If you're looking for a pro wrestling podcast with me, Buster Unmasked is the only podcast for you, where real pro wrestlers talk real pro wrestling and no bullshit allowed.
Pure kick-ass wrestling.
All right, y'all, we're here, we're live. You're watching Buster Unmasked, and look, before we even get started, you can catch us on YouTube, you can catch us on Facebook, you can catch us on X, but more importantly, you can catch us on the Genesis TV network. And look, guys, this Monday, tomorrow night, there's going to be a special airing of Buster Unmasked at 10 p.m. Central Time, right after Monday Night Raw. Go check it out. And then after that, this Thursday, you'll be back to our normal schedule, 10 p.m. Central Time, every Thursday night, Genesis TV, Roku, Fire Stick. They have a website. Go check it out. 2 times this week, you can catch Buster Unmasked on Genesis TV. Look, I want to send a shout out to the Wrestling with Local guys. Their show debuted this morning at 7 a.m. Congratulations, guys. Welcome to the family. All right, guys, my guest tonight, the Hub City Luchador, Jett Hero. It's Becoming Jett Hero Part 2. We did the first show about 2 months ago. We were supposed to do the second one last Sunday, but I was sick, just could not do it, so we had to reschedule. We're here tonight. Look, before we get this man on here and we pick up where we left off, I want to play a little video just to kind of reintroduce this guy to everybody.
Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you could get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget. I use them all to push me to my best. So treat the worst of times just like a test. If only I could go back in time, I'd tell myself that everything will end up alright. Just push yourself, test yourself, figure out what you like, and find your limits, don't be rigid, always work towards a prime. Surround yourself with open minds, people can change your life. A few friends with intent can help you feel alive. Find a passion, take some action, and with a little time, just be patient, make a statement, try to enjoy your life. They'll try to kick you while you're down. They wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing, won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless. Chance to be ruthless. They don't wanna see me make it, they don't wanna see me care. Anytime I make some progress, I can see that they compare. I think everyone's against me, maybe something in the air. Am I paranoid? I swear a void is forming and they're scared I walk a straight path. Not many can say that. I like to play fast, cross me and there's payback. You better pray that I don't see your face at any place that I go. I know you hate that. I've been doing fine, I'm not wasting any more time. I live for the fight and the climb, and I think that the pain that's deep inside is what defines. So I won't give up, I'm gonna make it to the top. I don't care what's in my way, I swear I'm never gonna stop. I could fall flat my face and I swear I will get back up, 'cause I don't deserve a thing and the road ahead is tough. They'll try to kick you while you're down, they wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt, they're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing, won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless. Then it's your chance to be ruthless.
All right, guys, you see the little highlight package right there? Like I told this man last time, I see a whole lot of CM Punk in this guy. But look, guys, it's time we pick up where we left off with the life and times of Leon Kellum. It's time to become the Jett hero. Leon.
Hey, what's going on, bro?
What's up, dude?
Hey, I'm glad this is finally happening, bro.
Yeah, man, me too, man. I hated to have to, I know you hated it, man. I hated to have to send you that message last Sunday and tell you, dude, but dude, I was so sick, man. I thought I had some food poisoning, but hell, right after I started feeling better, my wife, everybody got sick except my littlest one, dude. So I don't know whether it was a virus or what, but man.
Hey, sounds like it, bro. I'm glad y'all are good now.
I hated it, dude. Well, look, dude, before we even get started with picking up where we left off, man, I know you got something on your mind, man. I seen your post.
Yeah.
Talk to me, man. Tell me what's going on.
Well, man, before we get going, I just got a couple questions I want to ask a couple people before we get filling into where we're going. Man, what do you consider a vet? Is it years? Is it what they've done? Is it a little bit of both? You know what I'm saying?
Dude,
what do you define a vet?
Man, it's everything else damn near in the wrestling business. I guess it's a little bit subjective, but yeah, I think it's definitely experience. Sometimes I think it's the level of experience even more than the tenure, than the years you have in the business. Because look, you can be in the business 20 years working every Friday and Saturday night, and that don't mean you got the same experience as a guy who's worked for a company who runs house shows every night of the week or 4 or 5 nights a week. In a year's time,
Yep.
They've got way more matches, way more experience. That's on right. A way higher level than you ever have. So it's subjective, man. It's hard to put a number on it, dude. To me, I would lean more on experience level than the actual years you've actually been in this business, man.
Okay.
What's on your mind? What do you think? Well, what is yours?
My opinion, you know what I'm saying, and this is just my opinion. I think it definitely has to do with in-ring appearance, also with a set number of years. You know what I'm saying? Because 10 years, somebody can have 150,000 matches, but if they're the drizzling shits, well, does that give them the right, to tell the next person, to what they should be doing? You know what I'm saying? It doesn't. I feel like if my ring, appearance and how I move in the ring and, how your match flows, a little bit of everything plays the part. You know what I'm saying? You can have 10, 15 years in it and only been around this scene and really be part of the craft and really love what you're doing and have, I think more seniority over somebody that's been around 20, 30 years that's living off the hype of what they did 20 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Because, man, ultimately what it boils down to is if these guys that have been around that are considering themselves the vets because they run a show or because what they done, say, 20, 30 years ago, well, 20, 30 years ago, what you done to get the spot that you got that you use does not work today. You know what I'm saying? You can't be that same person and get that spot. You know what I'm saying? You have to be a little bit more innovative. Like Blake Christian, he's been a guy that's got picked up here recently.
Right.
But watch how he fucking works. You know what I'm saying? Some of these guys that are 20, 30 years in that are saying, well, I'm the best. I'm the superstar, or I'm the fucking king, or whatever you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? You're living off what you've done 20, 30 years ago, when what you did then can't get you a spot now. You know what I'm saying? It's just what it is. And you know, and I don't want to down what anybody done, but if I feel like, you know, where I'm at now is that I've been doing this 18 years, since I was 16. I'm 35 now, you know, and I feel like that I should be to a point now where you know, I'm not just a filler. You know what I'm saying? I'm not
Right.
a filler. I won't ever be a filler for any of these promotions. What I'm doing with PKAW and the amount of time that we've been pushing PKAW is actually better than some of these places that have been around for a year, 2, 3, that's been running shows that say they are the top product. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting numbers of 10,000 people reached in 3 months. We got, hell, I think we had like 60 something shares just on social media of our new flyer. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm getting more numbers than a lot of these shows that are actually been around for a while. And I just think that people don't see me at that level as where, you know, I have something to say and how I carry myself and what my brand's going to do. And, you know, I feel like people play the vet card because they've been around longer or whatever, but you're just working the same shows that I'm working.
Right.
I mean,
Well, look, man,
you know,
you I mean, I feel like there's a little something more
yeah,
behind
and I'm
behind
gonna
this,
get to
dude.
that, and I just want everybody to just ponder on what gives these guys that are working the same area for the past 10, 15 years credibility to tell you how you should carry yourself as a wrestler and a brand. You know what I'm saying? We'll come back to this because we'll get rolling on the hero deal. I got a couple more stories leading up to how me and PK became partners. Everybody just seen the video. So we're gonna get, you know, to a couple of stories that I had leading up to the me and the PK Ripper with the Jett Ripper deal. And as we get to where we are now today, where I'm working PKAW, I went and worked Bluff City, you know what I'm saying, just to check out, you know, people's other people's production, see how they run things. And you know, like I said, you are right. There is something on my mind, and you know, the determining factor of whether I said anything or not all came to me about 45 minutes ago when he personally messaged me. And like I said, we'll get to that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's going to be very interesting. We'll get to that once we get done with the Jett Hero thing. I don't want that to cloud where we're going with the Jett Hero podcast deal.
Yeah, I'm with you, dude. I feel like we will when we get up to the modern time, the present, I want to definitely circle back and get a little more information on this situation because
and you know me, man. I'm real and I'm raw, and I think the thing that really helps PKAW the most is that I'm not just some bullshitter dude that says, "Hey, I took my tax money and I bought a wrestling ring and I'm going to run a show." I'm not that dude, and if people think I am that dude, they're fucking sadly mistaken, because none of these promotions around here, and I'm saying it proudly, none of these promotions will out hustle me, bro. And that's just bottom line. You know what I'm saying? I work for myself. My hours are whatever I make them. So you guys have to live y'all's life and work y'all's jobs, and y'all cannot push more flyers than me. Y'all cannot push more advertising than me. And damn near, I mean, you look at everybody's flyer, I don't see hardly any sponsors on any of the flyers. You know what I'm saying? Premier does some,
right.
You know what I'm saying? Premier, but you look at their production, look at how they carry themselves. You know what I'm saying? That, you know, it shows. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So, we definitely going to circle back to that. And I'm definitely going to give my opinion on all these guys that should tell wrestlers that they should do what the promotion tells them to do, because ultimately the promotion doesn't give a shit about you as a wrestler or a brand. And that
It's,
shit was obvious. It was super obvious when I went to work Bluff City. You know what I'm
well,
saying?
look, here's the thing. And that's a total wrong way to run a wrestling company, because the fact of the matter is, I don't give a shit who it is, dude. If I think you can go out there and draw money and help my company get yourself over, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do what's best for the wrestling business in the end. I'm going to do what's best
That's
for
right.
my company and the wrestling business. And I don't like that mentality myself. I've never liked that kind of mentality where, here's the thing, you hold certain guys down and you watch your company suffer. I mean, it's as simple as that. I've seen it happen.
Yeah.
I've seen it happen through my lifetime so many times where certain guys were getting pushed when there were other guys that were really better in the ring, did everything better
That's
all
right.
the way around, more entertaining, moreover, the
And I'm
fans,
not
he'll everybody
necessarily
face.
saying that that this promotion like held me down, because like I said, I went and worked this show just to work this show. It was never I'm gonna be there for sure. You know what I'm saying? I'm you know what I'm saying. I want to get to everything. We're gonna just hold up
Yeah,
before I
man.
get
Look,
into.
I got a shitload of stuff I want to talk about, dude.
Yes,
Obviously,
sir.
look, I want to talk about, is it SGKO?
Yes, sir.
I want to talk about that. Obviously, I want to talk about the very beginnings of PKAW, dude. I've got some pictures that we're going to pull up. They're really in no order, dude. I just tried to make sure they were what we're going to talk about somewhat, and not some of the ones we pulled up last time on the first show.
Okay. Okay.
Dude, we're going to talk, and like I said, we're going to work all the way up to the Jett Hero. We're going to work up to PKAW and Slide and Ride in Jackson, Tennessee. And we're definitely going to talk about your debut on Bluff City Wrestling. Look, man, let's just get this thing started. When we left off, dude,
all right,
the last thing we talked about and was discussing was your mama. Your mama hit the ring and clocked somebody upside the head a few times. So look,
Dixie.
let's rewind just a tad and kind of take us. Let's go back and tell us that story again, and that's because that's where we left off. Tell us that story so we then we can pick up, man.
Man, I was part of Fusion with J Rage, and man, we were kind of a little hype over there, and we were having a match. Dixie had me outside the ring. Dixie hit me with the chair, bro. Out of nowhere, the crowd was super hype. Out of nowhere, a lady jumped up. Actually, at the time, we didn't even know who it was. A fan jumped up, punched him about 4 or 5 good times, right in the face. You know what I'm saying? Just stole on him, you know. And he was like, he picked me up. He was like, kid, that was a good fucking heat. You're about to take another. And he hit me again. Bow, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, double. I'm talking about same spot, same area, man. Like it was like he knew where to hit me to give it that sting. And man, I took it. We got home. Well, we got into the back. Everybody was like, man, what happened? Fan jumped out of the crowd. Nobody knew besides Devon Day. Devon Day knew. He's actually, when he seen it go down, circled outside the building, because when it happened, the fan left the building. We get home. My mom's like, it's crazy. That was crazy. And she was playing along, and we rerun the footage and found the spot where he gave me the chair shot. And lo and behold, it was my mom, bro. She jumped up out the crowd, hit him a couple times, freaked out. After she figured out, she was like, oh, shit. You could see it in her face. She was shocked. She was like, oh, shit. And she just beelined out the building, you know. And, man, it's a hell of a story, because for the longest, we didn't even tell nobody, you know what I'm saying? And Devon Day actually brought it up. He was like, I knew it was her, you know. And me and my dad was like, damn, we weren't going to tell nobody, you know. And that she lost control, but she did, man. You know what I'm saying? She seen her son out there take a hell of a chair shot. You know what I'm saying? My selling abilities was on point. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it really takes to get the fans into it, man. When somebody is in the wrestling business like your mom and your dad, and they take it too far,
right?
You know you're doing something right because they know better. You know what I'm saying?
Well, look, the first time you told me that story, I did not see the punchline with it being your mama coming, man, and it popped me so hard, dude.
Yeah,
I thought
bro,
about that,
crazy.
dude. So look, let's stop right there to the second you get home and your mama's there, your dad's there, you all figure out it was her. Take me through your train of thought and the conversation you had with your mom right then, dude.
Honestly, I was like, oh shit. I was like, I hope nobody else got the footage. You know what I'm saying? Like because there's that boundary. You know what I'm saying? They supposed to know better. All fans are never supposed to touch a wrestler, no matter who they are. You know what I'm saying? And my train of thought was, he's going to be pissed if he finds out. But in the same sense, I've been around Dixie when I first broke into the business, man, and a lot of my first matches were like, man, him and Montley, Moondog, man, there was a bunch of them guys that I worked when I was super green, and all them guys played a part of who I am. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Even though my dad fully trained me, you still don't stop learning just because you're fully trained. You know what I'm saying? Or however people look at their full training is. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Not that I was bad, man. I actually trained for like 4 years before I stepped foot in the ring and had my first match. And it wasn't by, I was 13 and shit. So, it wasn't by choice. My dad probably would have let me, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't want to be that guy that was a kid working against grown men, because let's be real, man. We're trying to portray a story, and
exactly,
man. I'm not gonna have a kid taking on Bullwhip Balor at PKAW. Not gonna happen. I live on old school, bro. I live on old school. That type of stuff ain't gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? If it's a young little kid that ain't really grew into his body and shit, and he can get in and shit, he's going to work probably another young guy, and they're probably going to be in some mask or something, because I just don't want people to know how really young they are.
Right.
I think that's a bad thing to have young kids that are underage. I mean, they should start as a ref and work their way into it, not be a wrestler at the age of 14 and 13 and shit. That shit's crazy.
To me,
my opinion. That's my opinion.
No, dude,
and I'm not knocking nobody else that does that. I just think that, the way that I want to carry this and do PKAW, I just don't think that that's a good look. That if we had a bunch of 15-year-olds working all age show for PKAW, and then we turn around and have a all adult show at the bar, you know what I'm saying? So it kind of it would interfere with what we're doing, but other people do it all the time. But I just don't think we should. I mean, I think they should work into the business. Security guards, referees, maybe take a few bumps from some pull aparts or something before they say, "Hey, I'm a wrestler," and they're wearing their daddy's gear that doesn't even fit them. Or whatever,
dude, I'll be honest, man. At that age, I don't even think they should be in there. They should be setting up chairs, helping put up the ring, take down the ring, sweep the ring out, toting ring jackets back and forth.
Yes.
Here's the thing: running and going, getting guys. Ain't nothing that kills me worse than your guys coming out and having to go to the concession stand. You need a runner. You always need a couple of runners at shows, man. That way, especially your heels, that way they don't have to come out and be seen to try to go buy a damn Coke or get a water or something. You need runners. And here's the thing. Look, we work hard. Even today, when everybody's smart and everybody knows what wrestling's about, we still work our asses off to try to get what we do over. And I'm like you, when you put a grown man in the ring with a 13, 14-year-old kid who looks 13, 14 at best, it discredits everything. It discredits you as the wrestler. It discredits the business as a whole, and really, it makes your fans discredit everything you do, man. When your fans see this
story, bro.
Okay, you're going against, let's just say you're a 200-pound guy, you're 21 years old, and you're facing a 13-year-old kid, and you're out there selling for him. Well, what happens next week when you got to face the 300-pound monster? What is? Look, as the 300-pound monster. If I seen that match from the week before where you sold the kid,
yeah, and was getting beat up,
pretty much even just went against that kid. I'm beating your ass, dude. I mean, it's just simple as that. How does wrestlers who work hard on their credibility and their who they are? I'm not going to discredit what I've done just for the show, man.
That's right, and that's also why I said what I said at the beginning. Like, the wrestlers need to start protecting themselves at all costs, because if I see you over at another show and you're letting these fucking little kids kick your ass, guess what? You're probably not going to get booked for PKAW, and it's not for anything personal, but it's business to not have that at your show. Like, so it like the Pierce boys, they're everywhere. If they were going everywhere and getting shit on, I mean, I would try to find me another tag team that fucking could carry the tag team division for PKAW. You know what I'm saying? In a right manner. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I say protect yourself. And we're going to get to that at the end. But wrestlers need to learn to protect themselves, because these promotions don't give a shit about what you're trying to do. If you got more of a following than them, they're fucking threatened by that. You know what I'm saying? And they're going to try to shit on you and make you look bad at their shows. So when you go to this next show, that they can't do nothing with you. You know what I'm saying? And that's fucking, man, it's bad business, honestly. And these wrestling promotions need to be exposed for that shit. And like I said, man, we're going to get to that, but wrestlers definitely need to learn to protect themselves and their brand at all costs, bro. And it really
we started back. We kind of recapped the story with your mama.
Yes.
So look, right. You're gonna have to take the lead on this, man. So, take me in the next step. Right, after that, take us to where we go after that. Where does Jett Hero go, man?
At this time, when that happened, me and him was still fusion. I let everybody know that when we broke apart, and I did what I did, where I dropped the tag team title, still the tag team champion for the past reigning 12 years, just so all them TIWF tag teams over there, I'm still the champion. None of that even matters until you guys beat me. So Randy Bird, quit bullshitting. If you want me to drop that belt, you know what I'm saying? You might need me over there one day.
There you go, man. Longest reign in TIWF history, man.
Yeah, longest reign, you know what I'm saying? Like 12 years now, 10 years or something like that or something. So the Dixie thing just happened. This was about around the time that things were kind of unfolding, where me and Randy and TIWF parted ways. You know what I'm saying? Things happened. But like I said, man, in this business, you never say never. And me and Randy talked it out. We talked about a few things, you know what I'm saying? Got a couple things squandered away. And I came back to TIWF after all that, and I was then Jett Hero. And as I was Jett Hero, man, actually, right before I became Jett Hero, I was working J-Rage a couple of times, you know what I'm saying? And at this time, man, they actually had another show that TIWF was doing over in McKenzie, and man, it was a pretty dope show. It was actually like a hardcore show, man. And so me and J-Rage would go over there and work each other, you know what I'm saying? We would go and hit the towns. I'd go scoop them up, you know what I'm saying? We would fucking ride over to the next town, work that town either against each other, he would work under the mask, or I would work under the mask. We would work each other because we had good fucking flow, man. And so we went over to McKenzie one night, and D-Line Day, he was like, I want y'all to work each other. He was like, he told J Rage, he was like, y'all bring the gimmick. He was like, we were like, yeah, we brought it. I keep it with me all the time. I'm not going to say what gimmick it is because I don't want to expose that. But so he gets in the fucking gimmick and shit, and we go out there and we're fucking having a hell of a match. You know, and like I said, man, this is a hardcore match. I'm fucking young. I'm like 19 at this time, 20. All this shit's going down and shit. Maybe like 21-ish. I fucking my finishing move is a top rope leg drop. It's always been that since I started, man. I could do it on everybody. So I chose that as my finisher along with the Prettier, and we'll get to a story with that move too. I go to the top rope. I go to jump off. Man, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna turn it up a notch. I'm gonna jump the hardest I can fucking jump. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go crazy with it, right? I jumped the hardest I could jump, man, and I got up there, bro, and I reached back and like grabbed my feet and shit, and then I come in with the leg drop. And when I came down, man, actually when I got up there, it was so much more than what I normally do. I slight panicked.
Right.
And as I'm coming down, I'm kind of in a whirl motion, you know what I'm saying, with my arms, and I planted my arms and I snapped my arm right there in the ring.
Damn.
Yeah, I took an arm break. That was my first major injury in wrestling, man. I've been working for a few years, and I don't bleed. You don't cut me. I don't work. You know what I'm saying? I don't work that physically harms me because, you know, at that time I was the only one working, so my job, I had to be out in the heat, busting ass, fucking picking up 2x4s and rafters and shit. So I'm not trying to physically hurt myself, you know, but I'm trying to push it to that limit. And I snapped my arm right there in the ring. I did it. I felt it break. I grabbed the hold of it, man, and I rolled over on J Ray's, and I said, it's over. I broke my fucking arm. Look, the ref 1, 2, 3. I slid out the fucking ring, came back to the back, bro, and I started panicking. You know what I'm saying? My first injury, broke my arm. We're in McKenzie. I don't even think McKenzie has a hospital. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm panicking, bro. I'm panicking. And you know what I'm saying? I'm young. Devon Day's like, bro, he was like, let me know what I need to do. My dad wasn't with me at this time. Actually, I'm going to tell you, I wasn't even supposed to be over there at that show. I actually barred my mom and dad's ride. My fucking truck went down, and it broke down on me. I had a little Ford Ranger, man. It broke down on me. I actually told my mom and dad, I was like, hey, I'm going to just go over to Trenton and hang out for a little bit. I was like, and then I'm going to come back. But so I barred the ride, and I went out to Trenton, man, and when we fucking sitting at J Rage's house, he's like, man, let's fucking go, bro, da-da-da. So we fucking shot over to McKenzie to fucking do this show. I ended up breaking my arm. Yeah. Well, actually, this was the second break, bro. Yes, that's actually.
Dude, yes. I did that on the fly, dude, while you was talking. I remembered I had a picture of the arm, and I didn't use it, and I pulled it up. Hey, clap for me, dude. I did that shit on the fly. Wrong picture, but still a broke arm. So let's just act like it. Just act like it's the broke arm, dude. It's the wrong picture, but just act like nobody will ever know, dude. Nobody will ever know.
So I broke the right one. Bam, in the ring, man. I fucking roll over. 1, 2, 3, finish the match. Slide out. I'm back there panicking and shit. My mom and dad, I'm like, oh, shit. I was like, they don't even know I'm over here. I was like, fuck. I was like, I don't even know if I need to go to the hospital here or not. So, man, I was like, like I said, man, I was young and wild. I was like, fuck it. Sat out in the ride for a minute. Rolled one up. Sat there for a minute. Try to get my mind right, you know. And, bro, I was like, fuck it. I'm going to go home. I'm going to go home, bro. And I went and got my bag, bro, and threw that motherfucker in the truck. And me and J Rage, bro, shot all the way back to Jackson, bro. I walked in the fucking house, and I went to my dad, and I was like, look, bro, I was like, I went and wrestled. I was like, I fucking broke my arm. It was like fucking poking out, bro. You know what I'm saying? He's like, what the fuck? He was like, you didn't go to the hospital? So he jumps up, starts throwing his fucking shit on. You know what I'm saying? He was like, He's like, bro, he was like, what the fuck was you thinking? He was like, get in the ride. He fucking gets me in the fucking ride, takes me up to the hospital, fucking broke arm, man, out. Fucking like a couple months, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, here I am, out. And it was a weird time, man, because I like just had my baby and shit, and man, it was and I just had got her and taken away and shit. Like it was a big ordeal, and not like legally taken away. You know what I'm saying? Illegally out of my house from the baby mama's mom type shit. So man, I was in a fucked up point in my life, man, and I touched on it where I was like, Stephanie was a big part of pulling me out of where I was at that time, and man, and that shit really, you suffer an arm break, your kid fucking got snatched away from you, your shit ain't fucking working out in life, you know what I'm saying? I'm young.
Right.
I was fucked up, bro, and you know what I'm saying? And she helped me pull myself back together, and I fucking regroup, you know what I'm saying? And man, it from that point, it led into really becoming Jett Hero because my attitude changed about shit. I wasn't so hesitant to just say, yeah, I'll do what you want me to do. You know what I'm saying? Now, you know what I'm saying? Things really, like, none of them even checked on me. You know what I'm saying? Nobody did. You know what I'm saying? I broke my arm at your fucking promotion, and I didn't say shit. My insurance covered it. Like, everything was taken care of. Like, you could at least reached out and said, hey, man, I'm sorry you broke your arm in my promotion. I appreciate you, da-di-da. You know what I'm saying? And really, all I had was my parents and her, and you know what I'm saying? And it was a fucked up time, bro. And you know what I'm saying? These guys kind of really put me in a perspective where I said, I'll never let anybody damage me as a wrestler or my brand that I'm trying to carry. Whatever it is, whatever I'm touching, SGKO, the tattoo station, PKAW, the t-shirts that I'm making on the side, nobody's going to damage my brand at any point. And this year really played a hell of a part of, you know what I'm saying, what led into me saying, you know what, this is the last straw, you know what I'm saying? And that started changing my attitude with the promotion. And I told my dad, I was like, man, I'm not happy. I'm ready to go. At this time, Devon Day done left. So he was working over in Memphis, man, and he fucking hit us up. He was like, hey, I know y'all said y'all was looking for some bookings. He's like, I'm gonna link y'all with somebody, man, and he's paying. You know what I'm saying? We're like, shit, you know what I'm saying? Better than the fucking $10 and a hot dog. What are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? We talking about some money now. And so me and my dad, man, and at this time we weren't Jett Hero and PK Ripper, Jett Ripper. We were just each other. And man, we went a couple of shows and just worked each other because, ultimately nobody knows you better than the guy that trained you. You know what I'm saying? And we went out there.
Now you're Jett Hero, right?
Yes, yeah. Right when I took the arm break and I was becoming Jett Hero, and this was all in, like, man, a few months, bro. Like, this is how fast it happened. I suffered the arm break. I became the Jett Hero that I am today, and me and Fusion split. And at this time, I just wasn't happy with what things were doing, how things were going. So me and my dad at this time decided that we were going to break away from being at a home show, and we were going to start traveling, you know what I'm saying? Which I haven't done it to this point of my career. I've always been TIWF. I worked there for years, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of guys that are like that this day, you know what I'm saying? Now, they got guys that are only work their show, you know what I'm saying? And, man, it is, that was the pivot point. I recouped off the arm break, the whole kid situation, and I just parted ways, and we just fucking, me and my dad, we were like, you know what, let's go give this guy in Memphis a try, you know what I'm saying? Let's see what he's about, who he is, you know what I'm saying? Never heard of this guy. And so what's up,
dude? Before we move on to you and your dad going to work for this different guy, take me through the concept of Jett Hero itself. Where did it come from? How did you come up with it?
All right,
What brought the
well,
Jett Hero about, man?
when I was overkill, well, yeah, I'll run through it real quick. I started out as overkill, and I was doing like a whole ninja gimmick, all the way over the face mask, blue gi, straight ninja, had the sleeves cut off, straight ninja type stuff, and I got burned to go into that gimmick, and at this time when we started going TIWF over in Trenton, I came out the mask and formed the tag team with Fusion, which was Fusion. It was me and John Seymour and Jay Rage and Black Widow. She was with us at a time, you know what I'm saying? It was a few of us, and we started out, man, and as Fusion. And I want to say, man, and I'm not, like I said, I'm not 100% because a couple of guys had their involvement in it. But ultimately, I think that how I became Jett Hero and the name Jett Hero is because you know, I guess I could bring it back up. I didn't want to bring it back up, but I will. I dropped the belt. I punched Randy in the mouth that night, and man, and it like I said, man, it probably should have happened to somebody else, but you know, things heated the moment. Randy ran up on me. I punched him. It knocked out a couple of his teeth. He fucking pulled. You know what I'm saying? He pulled the I didn't say I won't say he did because I don't think he actually said it, but the guys that were the cops there that all this shit was over, they were like called the cops, you know what I'm saying? They pulled me over 2 streets down from Trenton, you know what I'm saying? We got 2 streets over. They pulled me over, get me out. They take my side of the story. They go back, get his side of the story. And they're like, well, look, he's not going to press no charges. You're not going to press no charges. Everybody's cool. Y'all go with y'all separate ways. Then that's when, you know, I was already Jett and I was just Jett, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Part of Fusion. And man, they had this weird like board on like TIWF board where everybody could go and talk shit and like a little chat group, you know what I'm saying? And everybody could go and talk shit. And you know, of course I get on there talking my shit. You know, I'm young. I'm like young, just fucking ain't but a couple years in the business. I'm like, motherfuckers can't tell me shit. Fuck y'all, da 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 da. And you know, so they I guess really ultimately what it boils down to is Wildside was like, he made the comment, man. He was like something about you know, you're all our heroes because we've all been wanting to do that, you know. And I was like, it kind of clicked, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, Jett Hero. I was like, so I shot it to everybody, and you know what I'm saying, and it kind of stuck. I mean, so yeah, I would say that probably Wildside is really the reason why my name is Jett Hero. And at this time, man, and no bullshit, I thought I was the only hero, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, I'm fresh, you know what I'm saying? I ain't 2 years in. I'm like, man, I'm the fucking only hero, Jett Hero. And then, you know, I got to moving around, you know what I'm saying, traveling and shit. And then everybody was like, oh, you're doing the fucking, he's like, you're doing the Chris Hero thing. And I was like, who the fuck is Chris Hero? You know what I'm saying? So I fucking go and like look him up, man, and he's actually a really fucking badass wrestler. And I was like, God damn. I was like, okay, you know, but he does Chris Hero, and it's totally different from
it's not nothing like
it ain't nothing like me.
Hey,
yeah, you know,
fucking talented dude. Him and Claudio were the kings of wrestling, one of the best fucking tag teams,
bro,
ever,
I'm gonna tell you, some of them guys, bro, that they really what made me progress. Once I figured out who Chris Hero was, then I found a Chuck Taylor, and then, you know what I'm saying, and I started finding all these fucking guys that were slightly big guys that were still moving like they were, you know what I'm saying, you know, I was 155 pounds, and that was true weight when I was started out. And you know, I'm like 205 now, and I look back at how I looked in them days, and I'm like, damn, that dude was like on drugs or something, you know what I'm saying? But that was, I couldn't, man. I would eat and I couldn't gain no weight until now later on in life. And
it's a tapeworm, man.
All that weight's catching me, you know what I'm saying? It's all catching me now,
dude. It's that tapeworm, dude. That tapeworm. You eat it, it eats it, man. You can't gain no weight. Well, look, dude. So you and your dad decide y'all are gonna leave the home base. Y'all are gonna start traveling. Do y'all? Is that when y'all become a tag team, or is that
not quite, man? And this is where it kind of gets real wild, man. And like I said, man, when I said in the first video that we played a part in a lot of people getting their shows started, man, multiple hours at everybody's show, helping them out, getting this ready, getting the building ready. This is where it really starts playing into what I was saying about we really touched a lot of shows, man, and people never give my dad the credit that he deserves. But I'll straight up say it's fucking facts. Everything that I'm about to say and where we're about to go with every fucking show that we help do certain things at that show, all that shit's going to be exposed down to even when we worked at Don Bass's show. You know what I'm saying? What we did there, how we had the little fucking falling out, not with Don Bass. It wasn't with Don Bass. Don Bass loved us. You know what I'm saying? He knew. Right. You know what I'm saying? He knew, bro. This man was paying us to come in to help him train his young guys. You know what I'm saying? Just work them out. You know what I'm saying? Because they couldn't even properly do a suplex and shit. And these are guys like, you know, like Alan Stone's kid. You know what I'm saying? Alex Ramsey. Fucking Steven Styles was there because his daddy was the booker. You know what I'm saying? The Jade girl, fucking Diana Taylor, DDT, all man, there was a few of these people that we fucking brushed up and actually set them on the right track. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that we made them who they are now or whatever. I'm not saying that we made anybody, but we set the level for them to be better, and they fucking chose to be better. You know what I'm saying? Look at them. You know what I'm saying? Look where they're at. They're traveling around. They're getting fucking better. And if anybody thinks that, you know, I'm a lie, fucking fact check me. Speak up now. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we're going to get to all that. So we break away. We're going to go meet this guy. Never met him before. He owns a wrestling promotion in Memphis, man. But that's not where it ended up being a home base at. So we get over there. Devon Day's there. He's like, Montley's there. You know what I'm saying? We know a few people. I think like Bishop was there and shit, and V-Man. And there was quite a few people. And you know, Devon Day walks us up to this guy. And man, I don't know if you know the name, but his name is Lacey Ferguson.
Redheaded boy?
Yeah, bro. Owned TFW.
Dude,
the future of wrestling or whatever.
So, look, man, hold on now. Hold on.
I told you, bro, shit's about to get interesting and wild, bro.
Look, now I found out just about 6 months ago that Lacey has passed away now. He's dead.
Yes, he has.
But, dude, man.
Yes.
Big redheaded guy. I had to work with him one time in Osceola, Arkansas. Motley was running the old car dealership there. And he was Motley's boy at the time. Motley found Lacey, and he come up to me. We were all going to a show, and we all stopped at a gas station. And as we were walking in, he said, how you like my big redheaded boy? But you know Motley, look, Motley's always a little bit he likes to see two guys get in the ring and kind of see who's who, man. So I kind of knew right then. I said, I'm going to have to wrestle this motherfucker. I guarantee you I'm going to have to wrestle. I told my brother Sam when we got in the truck, I said, I guarantee you I'm going to have to wrestle this motherfucker, man. Sure enough, we go to the show. We're booked against each other, man. And, dude, look, I'm still pretty young in the business at that time, too. But I'll be honest with you. I don't like to talk about a dead man, but Lacey fucking sucked. Look, not only
bro,
did
I'm
he
about to get into all that shit.
I don't
talk about a dead man either, but bro, I'm actually probably tell a lot of shit that a lot of people don't know. You know what I'm saying? You know, man, I'm gonna tell you. Like I said, man, we had a little part of everybody's show, and we're about to break into it, man. But
Here's
you
the thing,
are
dude.
correct though, bro.
I don't
is
see
a piece of shit.
Lacey as a wrestler. I don't see how he was ever a booker or running his own fucking company, because I mean, it was just terrible. But look, here's the match, dude. We're in the match, and it's so, man. We ain't really doing nothing fancy. A lot of kicking, a lot of punching. And this motherfucker grabs me in a headlock. This motherfucker stinks so bad, dude. Man, look, I finally, man, he grabbed me in a headlock, man, and I finally fucking shot him off out of that headlock and hit him with a shoulder tackle. And he went to get up and he went to grab it again. And I'm like, nah, motherfucker. I popped back on the ropes and hit him with a punch, which it was a working punch. Little snug.
Yeah.
Little snug.
Yeah.
But so we get done with the match, and when we get to the back, man, he's pissed. Like, what the fuck you doing? Hit me so hard. I'm like, first of all, motherfucker, I barely hit you. I'm like, second of all, you motherfucking stink. Take a bath, motherfucker. Wash your shit. You fucking stink. Man, look, Motley's over everybody's in the dressing room, and Motley's over to the side just watching this shit, smoking his cigarettes. Back when you could still smoke in buildings, Motley's just watching. Motley's wanting this shit to go down. That never happened. After that, man, I don't know if Lacey thought he was going to back me down or something. When it didn't go that way, it kind of just fizzled out. But, man, look, I used to train with motherfuckers that did not wash their knee pads and shit. And you're going through head scissor drills and stuff, and these old goddamn, these sour ass fucking knee pads, man. Dude, if you're gonna be a fucking pro wrestler, take a fucking good bath and wash your shit every night. I don't give a fuck if you gotta wash it in the sink. Hey, it's spandex. It dries quick. Wash that shit in the sink with a little bit of soap. Hang it up. The shit'll be dry. Everybody will be good. Man, ain't nothing worse than wrestling a funky motherfucker, dude. Anyway, let's get back to you, man.
All right.
You and your daddy are meeting Lacey. Let's start from there. Y'all meeting Lacey.
So me and my dad, we walk up, we meet this guy, and he was like, you know, and at this time, my dad did the half mask, man, with the mohawk. So when we roll up to the show, my dad throws his mask on. His mohawk's already ready, and you know, we're walking. I'm long blonde hair, you know what I'm saying? And we're walking and shit. And, you know, we get up to him, meet him. He's like, man, I really like y'all's look. Motley told me a lot about you guys. Devon put y'all over really well. He's like, I like to bring you guys on. Me and my dad go out there. We work. Boom. Match is over. He's like, bro, y'all's moves, the way y'all fucking run these shit, you know what I'm saying? We weren't just the punch and kick wrestler, you know what I'm saying? And nothing's wrong with that, but we try to entertain. A lot of people are like, oh, this is pro wrestling, not entertainment. But man, ultimately, you know, this is entertainment now, and you got to make them motherfucking fans love you. Show out just a little bit to give them like, damn, wonder what they're gonna do next week. No, don't do the whole damn show, you know what I'm saying? But just that little bit to say, well, fuck, if they did this, I wonder what they'd do next time. You know what I'm saying?
Here's the thing, man. It's always been entertainment. Since the first two dudes decided they were going to go in there and work together, it became entertainment. It's been entertainment every fucking since. And you hear the term real pro wrestling thrown around a lot nowadays.
Yeah.
Look, there's no such thing as real pro wrestling. Now, there is a thing as really good pro wrestling compared to whatever. But there's no such thing as real pro wrestling ever. Yeah. There's good and great pro wrestling, and then there's pro wrestling that's the shit.
That's right.
Since the first two guys decided they were going to work together and split the money at the end of the day, it's been a work. Yeah. And here's the thing: somebody will say, "Well, they really wrestled back then." No, they just didn't have to do as much to entertain the fans back then because the fans hadn't seen as much as they have now.
That shit. Yeah, you could kick and punch somebody, and the fucking crowd go ballistic. You know what I'm saying?
Nice headlock takeover. Nice headlock takeover, dude.
Yeah, and you know, like the 10 count in the corner, man. That's the thing that's lost its value. You know what I'm saying? When a fucking wrestler goes up to the corner, when Jerry Lawler did it back in the day, motherfuckers, the crowd was there counting with that motherfucker every punch he fucking threw. Nowadays, bro, you might hear 2 or 3 people in the crowd counting the punches. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a time that you got to pick it up and improvise that we can't do what we did back then because, like you said, there's too many people out there doing everything in their matches that I actually felt like what little video clip that we had footage of the PKAW, I felt like me and Bull Whip wrestled a fucking 80s, 90s match compared to everybody else. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And we were fucking main event. So, you know what I'm saying? There's always a time and a place. You know what I'm saying? We had the crowd. We did less. We had the crowd just as hype. Bull Whip had them motherfuckers ready to fight his ass. You know what I'm saying? And that's real shit. I wish the footage was usable to release in whole segments, but the cameras were up and down and we didn't get to do it, man. It was actually a mess, man. It really was. And but
dude, I looked at that building because on the first show, man, because I always bring my stuff with me, man. I don't do no mobile camera. I'm always just hard camera, but I can move the camera around and follow the action. And I looked around, man, and that building's going to be hard to set up a hard camera in somewhere. You're either going to have to do it upstairs where there's people, and you can't do that because if they're walking, it's going to be bouncing.
Yeah.
Or over by the announcer stand, maybe.
That's actually where we had the hard camera. And I'm going to tell you why we couldn't use the hard camera. We didn't know that the platform that's built is actually one of their built-in speakers. So we had the hard cam on that looking over the crowd.
Yeah.
So when the music hit and everybody would come out, it would rattle the camera, right? So it threw the camera out of focus. So then when people were out there, the camera was doing this, trying to focus in. You know what I'm saying? And it couldn't, half the match before it focused in, half the match would be, you know what I'm saying, over by the time it actually got back straightened out. You know what I'm saying?
I filmed at a few old gymnasiums with wooden floors, and it's the same way, man. People get to moving around, jumping up and down and shit.
Yeah.
That you don't realize it until you go back and you watch the footage.
Yeah.
And then you see the shit just bouncing.
Bro, I had 3 cameras going. 3 cameras, and it's sad that I can't put together enough out of them 3 cameras to give somebody the fucking PKAW product. You know what I'm saying? And it sucks, man. And I want to say right here, right now, I appreciate everybody that's supporting us right now because we have numbers bigger than promotions that have been around longer, and we don't have one video footage of one match uploaded for PKAW. There's a cam. There's a video cam from Miss Patty's daughter Sydney. She was recording at the first show, and she was just like all over the place. And there's some fan cams out there like that, but there's not none that PKAW could say, hey, this is our product. Here it is. You know what I'm saying? And man, the overwhelming support that people are still fucking supporting us with no actual footage out there for them to see the product, bro, is really astonishing. Because, man, I mean, numbers don't lie. You know what I'm saying? I'll pull it up right now. Our number was 9,000 and something for the past 3 months. We reached almost 10,000 people in the last. I mean, I know people that's been running for years, 2, 3, 15. And our numbers are exceeding theirs, and we don't have no footage, man. And
well, y'all do a good job.
I appreciate the support, man.
You do a good job of working your social media. Yes, a lot of these places do not work there. Like, look, I just started TikTok, and I've had X for a long time, and I need to work them better because I don't really have no followers. I got like 18 or 20 on TikTok, and actually, I've got more on TikTok. I got like 18 on fucking X and maybe 27 on TikTok. But I've got to learn to work them because YouTube, I didn't start out with nobody, dude, but I just kept working that content, working them videos, and slowly but surely the subscribers started coming. Well, look, go ahead,
So I just actually started PKAW TikTok a few weeks ago, like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I actually slacked on that department too, but I got one up and going. When they released the video to me, I dropped the video of the new one that John and Angie made up for me, and bro, within the day, the next morning, I had 1,800 views, and I only have 6 followers. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
It's slowly getting there. People are starting to catch on to who PKAW is, but you know that's all going to come up too about all these numbers and what that really means to a wrestler and how that really, you know what I'm saying, portrays to the whole, don't let a company fuck your brand over and your following because they want to shit on you. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get to that. But okay. Yeah. So I met Lacey.
Right. Let's get back on track because we're an hour in already,
dude. I know. We ain't really got nowhere. I know.
Nowhere, dude.
And a couple of these stories are gonna be
good shit, though.
Stories.
Good shit. We just ain't got nowhere on the Jet Hero thing. So
I know,
y'all went to Lacey's show. Y'all wrestled.
All right.
Now he's talking to you
everything. So, like, I don't know, a week or two later, he contacts my dad again. He's like, "Hey, I want you guys to come work this show." He booked, I think, like the New Daisy or something, man. And we go, and this is where it really gets fun for me because I start actually meeting wrestlers instead of the home base wrestlers.
Right.
And when I was there, man, they didn't bring nobody in. You know what I'm saying? They don't do that. They don't play to the hype of thinking they should bring in an ex, you know, WWE superstar to bring their crowd in because their crowd is who their crowd is. And so you know, I didn't get to meet anybody like outside of this area working. You know what I'm saying? I got to work with a bunch of the guys that I consider vets around here, but I did get to branch out and meet other people. And so Lacey hits us up, working this fucking show. It's actually me versus my dad versus Johnny Morton, which was a fucking hell of a match. The match fucking went over great. The fucking show was dope as fuck. Sitting in the back, man, I'm nervous as fuck. We're in the fucking New Daisy, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking, I'm like, man, I'm a kid in here with all these guys, and they had like Rock and Roll Express there, and man, there's tons of people there, and I'm sitting there and I'm nervous. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, shit, man, there's fucking 100, 200 plus people out there. I'm fucking nervous. Probably the biggest show that I've ever been to. You know what I'm saying? I'm fucking nervous. I'm like, shit, these motherfuckers got me going out here. I'm going to try to do some fancy shit, fuck up. And all out of nowhere, man. And I'm sitting there and I'm getting ready. And I'm like this. And I'm like, fuck. I was like, I hope you know, don't fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Don't fuck up. Blow your opportunity. You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting there and man, out of nowhere, bro. Fucking man, and I want to say, yeah, it was one of the fucking Rock and Roll Express, man. Well, I'm fucking sitting there, and I just got ready and shit, and I'm trying to focus and shit. I don't know if he's seen that I was trying to focus or what, and he wanted to like lighten the mood or whatever. Like my dad's like here and shit, and there's a couple other people, and I'm like, you know what I'm saying, getting in my head, you know, get your shit together. All of a sudden, man, and I'm like this, you know what I'm saying? All of a sudden, I just see a dick swinging. You know what I'm saying? And it's fucking, you know what I'm saying? And the goddamn, man. And I'm like, he's like, what's going on, kid? He was like, these trunks make my dick look big. And you know what I'm saying? And he's like, which one make my dick look big? You know what I'm saying? And it was fucking, bro. And I'm going to tell you, that was the first time that I met the Rock and Roll Express, man. And he was like, what's on your mind, kid? You know what I'm saying? You know, and I stood up immediately. I was like, yeah. You know,
like, you got out of that seat. You got that dick out your face,
bro. But yeah, that was the first time I actually met the Rock and Roll Express, man. And it was definitely a story that we fucking joke about every time we see them guys, you know. And man, they're really good people, man. And And but man, that was how this night started off, and man, it did. It really eased me a lot and let me know that these guys, you know what I'm saying, that it wasn't, you know, it's not like it is today, but back then, you know, I could really say that these guys I could trust. You know what I'm saying? I could depend on these guys. These guys weren't going to let me fuck up and go out there and do something stupid, or you know what I'm saying. They all led me. You know what I'm saying, really well. And man, I fucking went out there. We had a hell of a match. We fucking go back to the back, and Lacey's like, "Hey, thinking about running another show." He was like, "I heard y'all do construction work." And he's talking to my dad. He's like, "I want to run a show in Mississippi, man." And he was like, "I need somebody to come down, look at the building, tell me what you think it'd be like, and what roughly what you could fucking fix the building, get it ready for the show, and how long, how much type thing."
Right.
And my dad was like, "Yeah, man, we'll go down, check it out." So we go down, check it out. We're like, "Bro, you know, it's gonna probably be about like this or whatever." I was like, he was like, "We'll come and we'll come down and get it done up." And he's like, "Well, look, man, this is where I'm at." He's like, "I want to run a show this date." We're like, "Motherfucker, that's like 2 fucking weeks." You know what I'm saying?
Right.
2-3 weeks. You want 2 guys to get this building together in a matter of, you know what I'm saying, like 2 weeks. And the building was not ready. It wasn't ready, man. He wanted to paint a bunch of shit. He wanted to hang plastic and make it all blacked out and shit. And man, my dad was like, "You know what?" He was like, we'll try to get it knocked out and we'll try to do it." So me and my dad went home, gathered up some tools and shit. I hit up my buddy BJ, which is way cool, son. I hit him up and I'm like, "Hey, man, we're going to go down here and we're going to try to knock out some work, man. Do you want to come down and help us out?" You know what I'm saying? It don't really pay a whole lot because, you know what I'm saying, he's getting started, you know what I'm saying? So he had a budget that he was trying to do it on. So we were like, "Fuck it. We're going to do it regardless. We'll make a little money. It won't be what we make, but it will be a little money." And it was just a few $100s. And man, we was like, "Fuck it." My mom was like, "I'm gonna go with y'all." You know what I'm saying? So all 4 of us load up. We go all the way down to Mississippi, like 2.5 hours. We go down to Mississippi, man, and we start going ham. Just start fucking doing shit, cleaning the building out. It starts snowing, bro, and I'm talking about hella snow. You know, we counted for, you know what I'm saying, maybe staying down there at night if we had to, get up that morning, you know, finish up. But with the snow and shit, we couldn't get out, go get things that we needed. So it kind of delayed a few things. But, bro, me, my dad, and my buddy BJ and Mom, bro, we went up there to that fucking show, got him together within a couple of days. We fucking brought our own blankets, and this is how much passion that me and my dad has for this fucking wrestling world. We slept in the goddamn ring in a building with no motherfucking heat to get this motherfucker ready. And like this, at this time, we didn't know who Lacey was because everything was all on the up and up at this time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Me, my mom, dad, and my buddy slept in the fucking wrestling ring for 4 fucking days while we got that whole fucking building together. You know what I'm saying? And he came once the building was done, loved it. You know what I'm saying? And it really, I don't even think that he understood. You know what I'm saying, dude? This ain't our show. This has nothing to do with us. We don't have no foot in this race. Your couple $100 does not cover me and 3 other guys sleeping on a fucking wrestling ring that's put up because the building was empty, nothing but a wrestling ring in it. And we slept on his fucking ring and fucking did it, man, and got it done within a few days. You know what I'm saying? And this motherfucker opened up a show, ran this show, man, and we worked the show. I got to meet Buff Bagwell, and I got to meet fucking Chris Styles and fucking Tony Dabbs, and this is where I start meeting all of these guys from the Mississippi area, you know what I'm saying? And you know, and it man, it was great until it wasn't great. You know what I'm saying? Things started getting a little weird, man. He stopped like working us, and then like one day he was like, I can't pay you guys what I've been paying you guys, but you know we done all this shit for this guy to get his show going with nobody's help from any of the other wrestlers to help out or do anything. We took our time to do this and get you rolling. And he's like, oh, I don't know. He was like, but I tell you what, he was like, I'm gonna put on a haunted trail. I'm gonna take my wrestling ring out the building. They're gonna set it up outside, right? So they start the haunted trail going through the building, come out the building into the wooded area, come out the wooded area, and end at the wrestling ring where there would be a wrestling show going on. I was like, damn, that's fucking dope as hell. I mean, I really enjoyed that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because you can hear people screaming, da-da-da. They come out, they have a good little time. They watch a match, and then they're out. You know what I'm saying? Right. And then they're out of there. You know, I thought the concept was fucking spot on, man. Little did I know that we were there helping them, and there was a lot of guys helping them, a lot of wrestlers. There were wrestlers working the haunted trail deal shit, you know what I'm saying? And little did I know that all this was supposed to be a charity to the St. Jude, bro. And I'm like, damn. I was like, this dude making thousands of dollars, put on all this shit, he gonna give this money back to the fucking St. Jude? I was like, this dude is fucking top notch, bro. I was like, man, you're the fucking shit, bro. I was like, I don't know any other wrestling promotions that would do that. And I'm not talking about like having a show where they had a few, like 1,000 or 2 to give to St. Jude. I'm talking about this dude was running these motherfuckers 3-4 times a week. You know what I'm saying? So he was making thousands. And so after the Halloween season was over, man, he goes, I guess it's time to turn in the money to St. Jude. And the motherfucker goes ghost.
Look,
ghost.
Look, I've been sitting here for 5 minutes or more waiting you to get to that point because I knew where we were headed, dude. I knew exactly where we were headed, man.
Yeah, bro.
So he skipped out on everybody, including St. Jude's.
Everybody, bro. Everybody, and including St. Jude. And look, it's only speculations, but I heard he grossed over like $40,000. Now, I can't say that that's true or anything, but that's just what I heard. You know what I'm saying? I don't hold me to that, but that's just what I heard. That he grossed over $40,000 within that fucking month, and where did it go? Then this is where it gets really wild. Out of nowhere, he's been ghosted, bro, for like I don't know, a couple months now or whatever. The news comes on. The news is fucking interviewing a guy, bro, he was calling himself the Grand Wizard of the KKK, right? And they're interviewing this dude, and he's talking, and they got the fucking dub over the voice, you know what I'm saying? And he's got a fucking mask on, bro, and the fucking camera pans back to where them motherfuckers are walking, and boy, if you know who the fuck Lacey Ferguson was, you know that motherfucker had a bad goddamn foot, and that motherfucker walked with a limp, and he was about 300 something pounds.
Right.
And sure enough, it was fucking Lacey Ferguson on the goddamn news talking about he's the fucking supreme leader of the KKK, bro. I was like, it blew my fucking mind that this dude was that shitty. But then he went even shittier, bro. I was like, and man, then I knew that at that point that You cannot trust any of these promotions.
Dude, that's wrestling 101,
Like,
man. Look,
dude, and like I said, man, I'm not. This is right before me and PK actually turn into the tag team. You know what I'm saying? And man, all this shit is just unfolding, bro. We're like, and I'm thinking to myself, like, fuck, man. I was like, me and my dad go up here and help this motherfucker set up his shit. You know what I'm saying? He fucks Saint Jew. And then he comes out that he's the white supremacist of the KKK type shit, Grand Wizard or whatever. And bro, I swear to God, I about lose my shit. I'm like, bro, I was like, I don't even feel comfortable helping anybody with their promotion anymore, bro, because we don't know where that shit is going to lead us to. You know what I'm saying? So it was fucking crazy times, man. That shit happened, and I was thinking to myself, only if we fucking knew, you know what I'm saying? We wouldn't never been part of any of that shit. You know?
Dude, that's how you learn in the wrestling business, man. You gotta
Yep.
make them mistakes and shit. That's how you learn shit. Well, look, we're through with Lacey. He done fuck St. Jude's. Now we know he's the Grand Wizard of the KKK, apparently.
Bro. And look, it was so crazy. He was on the news with the fucking mask and shit on, but everybody knew who the fuck it was, bro. We were like, bro, you cannot hide you, bro. And you walked a certain way. You know what I'm saying? And then they panned back and watched him walk, and we were like, dude, it's fucking over for you. You know what I'm saying? And then, he passed away a little bit after that. But, yeah, man, it was a crazy time to be, you know what I'm saying, in that little fucking scene. And, yeah, it definitely made us peel back on who we helped and what we did from there, you know. And so we fucking, after that, man, we've been pretty much everywhere and worked each other. And, man, it was really only obvious that, you know what I'm saying, we formed a tag team. And, you know what I'm saying, that way we got to work different people, but also get to work together. You know what I'm saying? And plus, right. You know what I'm saying, it's my dad who don't want to be a fucking tag team partner with their fucking dad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, that's a dream come true,
that's
dude. For both of y'all, man. I'm sure he really never thought about it.
I mean, he probably would have quit a little earlier than what he did if he wouldn't have tagged with me. You know what I'm saying? I believe, you know, and I probably would have too. You know what I'm saying? And because I kept him motivated, he kept me motivated, and so we decided that at this point that happened. We were looking for a new spot to hit, and man, we were like, "Fuck it, we're gonna go, and we're gonna form." This was right before I grew my hair out. That's in the process of me growing my hair back out. I didn't I had blonde hair and cut it off because I wasn't doing the Jett Ripper thing, and then I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna grow the hair back out. And this was the start of us really becoming Jett Ripper. And we had these t-shirts made, bro, and on the back of them shirts, man, you know, everybody has their name, you know what I'm saying? And I was Jett Hero, he was PK Ripper. We combined them to make Jett Ripper the tag team. But ultimately, our goal was to make a stable throughout the whole Mid-South and everybody that me and my dad had, you know, about 3 or 4 other people that like kind of ran with us, and we called ourselves the Independent Heroes. You know what I'm saying?
I like that, dude.
Yeah, and on the back of them shirts, we put the Independent Heroes on there. And yeah, hey, I'm gonna tell you, we're about to get to this right here. All right, so me and my dad just formed. We got away from the plaid pants because we were doing the plaid thing at the first, and we actually made that gear. Me and my dad actually made that gear, and this is I think for Rodney Grimes or. Actually, yeah, I think it's Mississippi Fair, bro. I want to say, man, I think it was for him or Rodney Mack. I'm not 100%. This has been some years ago, and John Seymour actually was doing the filming and shit for him, and who's that? Is that Alki in the back?
That's Alki. Yeah.
Yeah, Alki probably didn't even remember he did this fucking show with us. So we go to this county fair, man. We're there. And I'm gonna tell you, man, I'm real stickler on Jett Ripper doesn't need a manager to get us over.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Doesn't need a valet to get us over. You know what I'm saying? And we hung on that. You know what I'm saying? So when we would go to shows and there would be managers there, they'd be like, "Hey, Jett, PK, y'all cool if he manages y'all tonight?" No, bro. That was part of keeping our brand. You know what I'm saying? How I want to see my brand. So we go to this show, man. Everybody knows who he is. You know what I'm saying? The man himself. He gets the heat. You know, we're like there and we're bullshitting, and they come to us and they're like, "Hey, is it cool if y'all go out with a manager tonight?" And we're like, "Nah, we don't do the manager thing." And they was like, "Hey, it's Jimmy," you know, and we're like, "Jimmy," and we're like, "Oh shit!" We look at each other. We're like, "Fuck yeah, we'll have him as our manager." You know what I'm saying? We're like, "Fuck yeah," you know what I'm saying? Like, so we go out there. We're having this fucking match, bro, and we're fucking wrestling these two little guys, man. And this is where it gets funny. Like, me and my dad, you know, at this time I'm not 155 pounds no more. I'm about 190. My dad's about 175, 180. You know what I'm saying? So I'm getting bigger, and they put us with the smallest guys there, which they were the tag team, which wasn't even a problem. I think it was Lonnie and Donnie Brown, if I'm not mistaken. Have you ever seen them guys? They're like brothers.
I hadn't, dude.
Donnie, I think they started out over at Don Bass's show, like SPWA or something. So we're wrestling these guys, and there's some people in the crowd, bro. And I could tell that I'm fucking getting on their nerves. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going in there and I'm just fucking rough with these boys. I'm fucking picking them up, slamming them motherfuckers, looking at the crowd because I know I'm getting them. He's like, dude's like, "Don't do that shit again," right? So I pick him up, I fucking body slam him again. You know what I'm saying? I pick him up, body slam him again. You know what I'm saying? Right. I'm like, "Motherfucker," you know what I'm saying? I'm talking shit. So I'm looking at him, right? And I'm like, I stomp him, right? And he was like, "Motherfucker." I start choking him, stomp him. And we get done with we fucking go to the fucking ending. And like I said, I knew I done had him right here. You know what I'm saying? Right there. I knew I had these people right there. And I look at Jimmy. Jimmy's behind us, and he's like, "Man," he's like, "them over there. That's who we need to get," right? So I shit canned him out there on that side for Jimmy to fucking choke his ass right there in front of him. He's choking their asses. He throws them back in. We fucking wrap up the finish. Boom, 1, 2, 3. We're over. The match is over. The crowd's fucking booing us. They hate us. About 4 or 5 fans, you know, they're getting even rowdier that we went over and shit. And I get up and I wouldn't let them leave the ring. I start kicking them, right? And I'm like looking at dude like this and just stomping them, right? And dude, by then Jimmy done got up in the ring with us because they done started making their way to the fucking ring. And you know, we're at the fairgrounds. We're, you know what I'm saying, we don't have barriers, you know what I'm saying? They're kind of free walking, you know. And man, he was like, "Bro," he's like, "You got him." And I was like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna keep going." I'm talking about, I'm stomping him. I shouldn't have probably done it, but I kept doing it. Next thing I know, man, this fucking 80-year-old man got in the fucking ring, man. I don't even know how he even made it in there, but he slipped through the security, just slid in the damn ring, bro. And I was like, damn, now I have to beat up this 80-year-old man. You know what I'm saying? But the crowd got him. But Jimmy was like, "Man, y'all crazy as hell." He was like, "Goddamn." He was like, "We're gonna need the fucking security to get us out of here." And bro, legit shit. We fucking had to use security to get us back into the fucking gymnasium where we were changing. But that was the first time we had a manager, and that was the only time we had a manager. And that's real shit.
Pretty cool though. It was Jimmy Blaylock, man. Straight up. How do you turn that down, dude? You had to. I mean, y'all had to.
That's right. Well, I mean, when a manager plays the part, I don't mind it. But I mean, I don't want to stop what I'm doing and how I'm trying to navigate my career to enhance somebody else's career. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody did that shit for me.
Well, look, dude, how long did you and your dad actually tag together?
Shit. some years, bro, honestly, because at that time, man, I mean, we're still a tag team. He just, I can't get him to go to the shows, bro. He's always focused on his PKAW right now, and all I'm gonna say about that is that we got a lot of things planned, and you know, I'm getting him back to wanting the wrestling, because I mean, man, you know how it is. It burns you out. He been doing
Right.
it. He been doing it years before I even came along, and then hell, I think we worked. I mean, we've probably been tagging for like 10 years now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Every bit of like 10 years, because when that show happened, like as you can see, I just started the little red mohawk like he did. Uh, uh, that show started. I mean, actually, yeah, man, I would say probably like at least 10 years, man. Me and my dad's actually been officially tag team, and it all really started once the Lacey shit happened. Actually, there was a little split moment right there before we started tagging. Sir Mo was around, man, and Sir Mo had his thing going. He just moved into the States, and me and my dad, he actually made me come try out for him to work his show, which in hindsight, you know what I'm saying, it is Sir Mo, but in the
Right.
same sense, like, you know, he won't. I was young, so I was like, what the fuck I got to do? A tryout match, motherfucker? I've been working. You know what I'm saying? That's how it was, you know what I'm saying? But it didn't stop me from doing it. I was like, okay, well, I mean, if that's what you want, guess what? You getting it. You know what I'm saying? So I showed up. My dad showed up. My dad was already fucking booked. I was like, how did he get booked? And I didn't, you know what I'm saying? I had to do a tryout match. So I got in there and I worked out a little bit, you know what I'm saying? He was like, bet, we're going to use you. Da-di-da. And we kind of got linked up with him at that time, man, and Sir Mo, man, a lot of people talk shit, you know what I'm saying? Everybody's got their opinions and their outlook of it. A lot of people, when we were fucking with Sir Mo, people were like, that motherfucker ain't shit, da da da. You know how it is, man. There's always going to be somebody that says that motherfucker ain't shit just because they ain't shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's
But
how it is, dude.
and that's how it is. So we linked with Sir Mo, man. I did a little tryout match, and Sir Mo was like, "Man, I like you. You're good, kid. You're gonna need a little improvement. We're gonna shape you up. You just fucking stick with me. We'll get you in some seminars. We'll fucking get you linked up with some guys. We'll fucking do this, and we were like, fuck it, you know." Sir Mo is like one of the first big guys that like done something that actually said that, hey, you know, I see potential in you. You know what I'm saying? You need
Right.
to do this, and this, you know. And I took that shit and I was like, all right, bet, you know. And Sir Mo was the first one to give me and my dad the opportunity to run a show, and that was our first PKAW show. And this time we weren't tagging it. This time I was Jett, he was PK, and we actually had our first PKAW show under Sir Mo's banner at the Carver High School in Brownsville.
What
So
year?
2010 maybe. No, my daughter was probably 3-4 years old, so I would say probably like 2013 2014 was the first ever pure kick-ass wrestling show. And you know, a lot of people say, well, they just did that shit because KAW, but we had already had a show, you know, 10 years ago.
Right.
You know
That's
what
what
I'm
I was
saying?
going to say. This so PKAW is not new at all. It's been
No,
around.
it's
It's been
not
in.
new. We just didn't at that time. We didn't own everything. So Sir Mo let us borrow his ring. He had the OWCW 18x18 ring. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He basically we promoted the show. He supplied the show, and he didn't want nothing from us, bro. That, you know what I'm saying? He didn't. Man, he did us really cheap on the fucking ring. You know what I'm saying? And he brought it to us. We set it up. You know what I'm saying? It was a good experience to get that that first show kind of jitters, like, hey, can we run a show? You know what I'm saying? We probably had like 75 people in there, and we didn't make a killing, but we didn't go in the hole. You know what I'm saying?
So let me ask you this. Go ahead, Jett. Go ahead.
But then I knew then that me and my dad could really do this. You know what I'm saying? And so that show went down. Had a good turnout for a Sunday show, man. We had this show on a Sunday in the evening. People go to church a lot of the times, man, and they take their kids to church, and they don't get out until 1 or something. I think our show started at 12. You know what I'm saying? People probably didn't even want to come because they was doing a church thing. So to have that amount of people on a Sunday in the afternoon, it was definitely good for us to say that, hey, we finally did it. We did everything. We put it on, successfully went down. Motley was there on our first PKAW show, and man, we used people from Mississippi and Tennessee, so it was a show that like where we just didn't work Tennessee guys, and we didn't just work Mississippi guys. We actually had a good blend of guys. Show went over really good. At this time, man, we fucking met some guys over in like Garland, Tennessee. They were doing a show, man, yeah, man, that was our first show, and that went down. I went and did a seminar, and I wish I would have sent you the picture of me and Bret Hart, man. I did a seminar.
No, we showed that picture last time.
Okay. Oh, so we did show it. All right, so at this time, we just had our PKAW show. Sir Mo contacts me, says, hey, kid, you want to come do this seminar with Bret Hart? He was like, I want you there. You need to listen to what this man has to say. He was like, and then we're going to let you work the show. I was like, okay, cool. I was like, I get there. I'm fucking long blonde hair by this time, and I'm there, and we're fucking Bret Hart's late. No, nothing unusual. And fucking Sonny's there. The girl, Sonny.
Right.
The valet. She's there. And she's like, daddy, telling everybody like what wrestlers should do and what wrestlers should be. And Bret Hart walks in, and he comes in, man. And he's like, he sits down, you know, and they're sitting on the ring apron. Everybody else are sitting in the chairs, you know what I'm saying? There's probably 20, 30 people in the seminar for Bret Hart, you know what I'm saying? Man, and I'm just sitting there. I'm like in the middle of everybody, you know, and he's going over just little things like they do, you know what I'm saying? What makes people stand out, what they're looking for, and legit shit. Anybody that's at that seminar that I'm talking about in Humboldt when Bret Hart came for Sir Mo knows that when he was sitting there, he said, man, just being real, the only one that stands out is this kid right here. And it was me. You know what I'm saying? I was the long blonde hair. I was the only one there with blonde hair. Everybody else pretty much looked like they just came off the street. You know what I'm saying? I felt good about that. I was like, okay. I was like, shit, he noticed me. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, man.
I was like, out of 20, 30 people, this motherfucker noticed me and he calls me out, right? So I'm like, all right, well, I'm definitely going to have to flex now when they bring us in the ring and have us fucking moving. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, all right,
I got to impress Bret Hart now. I'm on the spot.
This is the shit. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm like, well, this is your moment, kid. Get your ass in here. Show them your fucking movement. Everything's going to be good. You're going to go over. He's already said that he liked your look and shit. And I get in the ring. Well, right before I get in the ring, Bret Hart's like, all right, I'm going to go and give me a bite to eat. I'm going to run right back. Y'all work over a few things. They had a couple of WWE referees there. And, you know, these guys that ref for WWE, they go through a training process for WWE. They're not just some random ass dude out the crowd that they were like, hey, let's you want to be a ref?
Throw this shirt on and you're a ref. You count to three, can't you?
These guys are actually properly trained, and they fucking bump and they move just as good as we do. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, shit, these damn referees in there doing some shit. They're going over a few things. And here comes Sonny. She gets in the fucking ring. This is like right after. Actually, right the reason why she had left, bro, let me tell you why she had walked away for a minute, is he's sitting there, he just said, like, this guy's appearance, you know, stands out to me, the long blonde hair. He's like, the look that he got, what he wears, you know what I'm saying? Because we were in our gear and shit and working out, and he's like, he really looks good. I see him. He was like, he's not very big, but I noticed him out of everybody. And I'm like, hell yeah, you know what I'm saying? And he was like, this is what you need to do. And he was like, and these are wrestlers who I think, you know, y'all should lead by example from, you know. And he starts naming and then Sonny interrupts him and says, well, what do you rate me? He was like, what do you mean? And you know, Brett's real real quiet. He's like, what do you mean? She's like, what do you rate me as a wrestler? Brett's like, I didn't know you was a wrestler. Bro, I'm gonna tell you something, bro. I don't know, bro. I was dying inside. I don't know how I didn't just fucking blow like out of proportion about how funny that shit was in the moment, that she was so fucking serious and he just fucking blew her ass down. Like I didn't even know you was a wrestler.
What did she do? What was her reaction?
Oh, she was pissed. She was like, Brett, and like his son, he was like, I'm just telling the truth. He's like, you're barely a manager at best. And she like gets up and like storms off. Right? So he's like, I'm about to go and eat. The guys are in there, they're working, they're bringing in guys, and they're just flowing, just locking up, how you know, taking the arm, you know, saying, just doing little small simple things. And you know, guy goes, this guy goes, and you know what I'm saying, they ain't called on me at all yet. I'm like, damn, you know what I'm saying, like, fuck, like what's really going on? I was like, maybe they was like, this motherfucker got called out by Bret Hart, we ain't putting him in the ring. You know what I'm saying? That's what was racing in my head. It was like,
right.
I was like, man, maybe he pointed me out for me not to get in the fucking ring. Maybe it was a joke, an inside joke, you know what I'm saying, that I didn't know nothing about. And then, you know, a few more guys win, and it was getting down to the ending of all the guys. And Sonny comes out and she gets in the fucking ring, and she's like, who haven't we had in here yet? And like 2 or 3 guys raised their hand. I raised my hand. And she's like, well, come on in here. She points at me and she points at the other kid. We get it. We come in the fucking ring, man. And she's like, lock up, take the arm, do this, do that. All right, so here it is, my time to shine. I'm like, I'm going to try to impress these motherfuckers. So I go in, I fucking lock up, bro, and I bring my arm in, and I fucking tuck under, dude, and I take his fucking arm. And Sonny fucking loses it. And I'm talking about not just like, what was that? No, I'm talking about fucking start screaming. What the fuck was that? Did I tell you to do that? And I was like, I took the arm. No matter how I took the arm, I took the arm. You didn't say specifically to take the arm by wrenching it. I was like, you said lock up, take the arm. I was like, I noticed that nobody else done it, so I did it. She was like, get the fuck out of my ring, you disrespectful motherfucker. You're lucky I don't kick you out the building. And I'm like, you know, and I'm still young, and I'm like, what the fuck is your problem? You know, I don't give a fuck who this bitch thinks she is. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you're a fucking has-been, a washed up fucking pill-taking junkie. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not even on my level. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm thinking in my head. But I bit my tongue. I was like, this is all crazy. And I roll out the ring, and she was like, get the fuck out of here, motherfucker. Grab my shit. I walk into the back. I fucking went straight to Sir Mo, and I was like, do you want me to go? And he was like, what are you talking about? I was like, that stupid bitch is out there in the fucking ring screaming and telling me to get the fuck out of the building because I didn't take the arm like she wanted me to, but she didn't give no instructions on how she wanted me to take the fucking arm.
Right.
So I did it my way. And he was like, no, man. He was like, your first match, you're not going nowhere. He was like, it's cool, man. Just let it die down. And about that time, Bret Hart walks in through the back. And he hears us, you know, and I'm like, man, I ain't trying to disrespect nobody. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I was out there. I'm just trying to impress them. I'm trying to show them that I got a little more than what everybody else is bringing to the table, which everybody should be doing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Showing that you got a little more. And he says, and Bret Hart's like, what's going on? And I turned back and it was Bret Hart, bro. And he was like, my dad's standing there and shit. Sir Mo's there, and Sir Mo was like, he was like, talk to Bret. Sir Mo takes off. I sat down in my bag. Bret sits down right in front of me. My dad's sitting there, and he's like, look, man. He was like, I don't know what's going on, but he was like, I heard that it had something to do with Sonny. He's like, don't fucking listen to that bitch. He was like, that bitch don't know shit. And
you caught Bret's heat anyway. Bret got on her. He picked you out of the group. I mean, she couldn't say nothing to Bret,
I never even thought about that, bro.
She couldn't say nothing to Bret. She couldn't say shit to Bret. So since he chose you, you were the scapegoat, man. You were the dude, man.
Yeah. So he's like, don't fucking listen to her. And I was like, man, I appreciate that. I was like, I'm just trying to show everybody that I got a little more. I want my spot here. I want to be with Sir Mo, doing whatever Sir Mo was doing. And he was really doing the whole bullying thing. He was going to schools and shit. And I really wanted to be a part of that. So I didn't want to cause no ripples. You know what I'm saying? I was like, no, I don't want to cause no ripples. He's like, no, fuck her. He's like, you just be you. You do what you doing. He's like, you just ignore it. So we sat there probably 15, 20 minutes, cut up, talk to shit. I legit look at my dad. I'm like, would you take a picture of me? And he was like, with Bret Hart. He was like, yeah, man. He was like, I'll get a picture with you. Which I never really take pictures with anybody that's famous like that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of boys do it. I've only done it 3 times. I did it with the Mouth of the South.
Hold on. Since you go bring them up, you done said his name. I got pictures of you with a few other stars. So you done said his name. Let me pull the Mouth of the South up, and you can tell me about this picture, dude.
Oh yeah. All right. So I didn't even work this show. This is right when I broke away from doing the SGKO thing, and I was really wanting to push the PKAW thing. And me and my dad set out, bro, and we had a plan in our heads that we were going to go check out a couple of shows, get the feel, see how these guys talk, pick out who we wanted for PKAW. Just so happened he was there at Bam Bam Bundy's show. And man, just being real, man. I mean, like, how can you not, like, a lot of people say, well, I was raised on this and that, and I was raised on WCW. My favorite wrestler, and there's a lot of people who was like, oh, my favorite was this guy and this guy, and there's a lot of the big stars like Dean Malenko and Eddie Guerrero and shit like that. But my favorite WWE superstars when I was playing the video game was him, bro. Like him. The Ultimate Dragon, like the Ultimo Dragon, and Billy Kidman, those were my guys. And you actually got to play him, bro. And he was actually a really good character because he did the whole scream and shit. I don't know if you got to play it on, like, this was probably Nintendo 64 or something. You know,
dude, I growed up on Atari, motherfucker. Yeah. The last thing I played on Nintendo was Mario when it first come out, dude.
You know, so I think it was like PlayStation or something, man, or Nintendo 64. But yeah, man, I got to meet him, and he was man. He was actually a really cool cat, man. And but yeah, man, I don't really take pictures with celebrities that have been in the WWE because I don't want to be that guy that bugs them. One, you know what I'm saying, and plus, you know, I have a select few that I will, and you know what I'm saying, and like, oh, of course, man. Actually, this show was for I went to and I didn't even work the show on this one. I just went and helped out, man. This was a show for Matt Riviera.
Well, look, anybody who don't know, that's Bob Orton Jr.
Yes,
that's Randy Orton's daddy, man.
Yes,
look,
sir.
I'm gonna tell you a little quick story. In I want to say probably early '94 or late '93, we were going to Texas and wrestling in Texas, and I worked some shows with Bob Orton Jr. Dude, worst mistake I ever made in life. And at the show, we're in the back. Everybody's getting ready. And now look, I'm green as shit, dude. I'm young as hell. Bob Orton Jr.'s there. Mad Dog's there. There's all these other legendary stars there, man. And I'm kind of in the dressing room like you, just getting ready and kind of looking around like, oh, fuck, I'm here, you know. and so Bob Orton just keeps staring at me through the night. But what it was is my old K&H gimmick with the red mask and stuff. I looked like an old school 70s. When it was all new, it looked like a 70s wrestler, you know, mask wrestler. And he just kept staring at me. So they were using our ring, and we brought it all the way from Arkansas. So after the show, Bob Orton wants me to go drink with him. I couldn't. Only my brother was there, so I had to stay and take down the ring, man. And over, Bob Orton's just staring at me, man. He asked me several times, man, won't you come down and drink with me? And in my head, I'm thinking he's going to respect the fact that I got a job to do and I'm going to do it, which he may have. I don't know. Needless to say, the moral of the story is I wish I'd have left my brother taking down the ring by himself and went and drank with Bob Orton Jr.
Damn right, man. You damn right. But
look, he was talking about Randy Orton in the dressing room. Randy had just got out of the military. I don't want to say maybe he was kicked out, but he was discharged. And he was talking about looking for somebody to train Randy to break him in the business. Now, this was before Randy Orton had ever been in the business or anything, dude. Cool ass guy though, man. Yeah. Super cool guy.
Yeah, he was, man. That show, man, it had probably 15, 20 old WWE, WCW stars and shit, man. And he was the only one I actually took a picture with. And I mean, I mean, a lot of people probably won't understand. Well, why didn't you get it with some of the younger guys? I mean, I grew up on guys like this, and like I said, man, a lot of them play into how I punch, how I kick. I mean, people could say whatever, but I think hands down, I probably got one of the smoothest punches that's been around for a while, since like Jerry Lawler's era. You know what I'm saying? And
dude, that's a heavy statement right there. You putting yourself in some hellacious company right there, man.
And I wouldn't say it if I didn't feel confident in this. And I'm not going to downgrade my confidence for other people's insecurities. You know what I'm saying? So that's I feel that. I mean, I feel like I watch people's punches. They miss a lot. They don't follow through with it, bro. I'm right there, bro. I'm right there. You know what I'm saying? And I bet you they feel me a little bit, but you won't never see a time or day that Jett Hero goes to throw the punch and that motherfucker's 5 inches off. You know what I'm saying?
I would rather feel it than it be a total miss, man. I'd rather feel it. I don't give a shit. I mean, I don't want my teeth knocked out, but I would rather you connect with me some and it look good as to not connect at all, and everybody in the fucking building can see it, and I'm selling that shit, and everybody knows the punch was 6 inches from my fucking head, man. All right, this is another one, man. Santino Marella.
I actually snuck in on him. He had his table out, man, and you know how it is, man. When them guys come, and if people don't know, look, guys, if y'all go to take pictures with this man, this is how he makes his living. He's not an indie star. I know he's in the indie scene, but this is legit his job. So if you go to take a picture with the man and the man wants $5-10, fucking pay that picture, because that's a fucking memory. Because guess what? 9 times out of 10, while you're getting that picture taken, y'all are going to end up talking.
Right.
You're going to have, if $5-10 isn't worth a picture to take with these guys and get a moment to ask them a question and shit, if that's not worth $5-10, you're not a real wrestling fan, because this is what they do. I mean, I understand a lot of people try to do it, but when you see a WWE star or ex-WWE star, TNA, NWA, whatever, and they're out there doing this, please support them. If you're a real wrestling fan, go support them. I'd rather you go support them and not buy my t-shirt, buy my t-shirt the next following week if you don't have the money to, because you might not get that same opportunity. I might be around this area. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like, Santina, if y'all don't know who that was, I'm a super big fan of the Snake, bro.
Right.
You can't say I loved his gimmick. I still love that gimmick. I wish that gimmick was still in WWE. That was at a time where I watched WWE. I barely watch it now, man. I think, look, I'm gonna tell you, I haven't watched wrestling like WWE in a long time. First time I watched it in probably a year or two was at the Royal Rumble, and it was because I seen somebody post it said, "Holy shit, Jordan Grace made it to WWE."
Right.
And I shared a locker room back when Jordan Grace was like first hitting the scenes around here, and she wasn't like the bodybuilder doing the bodybuilding thing now. And I knew then. I told every girl there that night, and they could even fact check me on it. I told them every girl there that night. I said, y'all motherfuckers gonna have to step up y'all's game if y'all think y'all gonna work like her. You know
and
what I'm
I'll be
saying?
honest with you, she came through Osceola. Now I wasn't working in, but I seen some of the footage. She is not the same girl that everybody's seen down here, Jack.
That is true. She's definitely changed and progressed and been doing way better. But I knew then, you know what I'm saying? You know how when you see somebody when they come through, you're like, them motherfuckers are gonna be good. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
and sure enough, here she is now, years later. And like I said, this was back when we were fucking working for EIW over in New Bern. And we're about to get to that. So picture with fucking Bret Hart. The actual picture that I wanted to take with Bret Hart was him actually putting me in the sharpshooter. And he was like, "No, I'm not doing that, kid." He's like, "You crazy." He's like, "I'm not doing that." And I'm gonna be real. I was like, "Come on, bro. Come on." You know what I'm saying?
Come on, man.
Like, come on, bro. One time I was like, "I'll fucking make that motherfucker look like you're killing me, bro." I was like, "Just one time, please." And he was like, "No." So I just took the regular picture. So I didn't get the sharpshooter picture that I wanted. But you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I had a good experience. He let me know then that, you know, he was like, "Man, just keep doing you." And I got better every fucking show that I had. I actually, that night, I ended up working Action Jackson for the very first time. I'd done seen him around a couple of times, and I was like, you know, I want to work that kid. You know what I'm saying? I really do want to work him. And just so happened that night, you know, I was telling Sir Mo, I was like, I wish I could fucking work Action Jackson. You know what I'm saying? And we fucking opened up the show, man. I'm gonna tell you, the kid got me. He fucking really got me, son. We went over a couple things. He's like, we'll go out there and work it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not that kind of guy. I really ain't. And so I wanted to go over a few things, and we went over a few things, and we get out there, and he was like, "You better keep up." And I'm like, "What?" I was like, "Motherfucker, I'm faster than you." I thought. You know what I'm saying? I thought. You know what I'm saying? So we're doing a fucking spot. Boom, boom, boom. It was like a little run spot. I was supposed to. He was going down, step over spot. Bro, he was so fast that when he did the step over and I came off the ropes, he was right there. And he fucking made me trip in the fucking ring. No calling it, no planning. Straight up was like, "Yo ass better move faster, son." Like legit tripped me in the fucking ring. I was like, right. I was like, fucking A. I was like, but man, we had a fucking hell of a match. And man, it's still to this day one of my favorite matches of a single, you know what I'm saying, wrestler. It is one of my favorite matches, man. And it wasn't even very long. That was the sorry part about it is I didn't even get to work them that long, you know, because we were opening shows. So I mean, you know what I'm saying. So it's more of a, you know what I'm saying, you get fucking 5 minutes sometimes. You know what I'm saying, if you're lucky, you know, to open the show. So we went out there, did our thing, had a hell of a match. That shit was over. At this time, Sir Mo, he didn't do no more shows. And actually, I think he did do another show in like Humboldt at a gym. We went to that one. I'll tell you, this is the time that I seen. You know who Precious is, obviously.
Right. Yeah.
All right. So Precious and them, they're fucking. Jason Vaughn's there, And Jason Vaughn goes out there and fucks up some shit or something and does some fucked up shit. And Precious is fucking chewing him out. Da, 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 da. Man, and I want to say it was Dixie, man, but I could be wrong. It's been some years, so don't take me on that. And somebody else, and like I said, I'm thinking it was Dixie. He was like, why don't you fucking stop yelling at him and just fucking correct him? You know what I'm saying? Like what a vet should fucking do. You know what I'm saying? A vet shouldn't scream and cuss and be in your fucking face, you know what I'm saying, yelling at you. They should be correcting the situation. And bro, next thing I know, fucking Precious and them are fucking fighting, bro. In the back, bro. Like out of nowhere. They're like stuff. I'm like, holy shit. We get them fucking pulled apart. You know what I'm saying? Precious is fucking pissed. And they all separate and shit. The show goes on like always. You know what I'm saying? Nobody out there even knew anything fucking happened. You know what I'm saying? You know how it is. We keep it professional. And sure enough, bro, that shit happened. But that was a wild ass night, man. But that was the last show that we actually worked for Sir Mo. And because Sir Mo went down, started doing this thing, I guess, down in Texas now, you know. And so we kind of like, not say parted ways, but, you know, he's doing his own thing. And we were fucking, at this time, we done started going everywhere now. Right. You know what I'm saying? We wind up at EIW in New Bern. Me and my dad's
Jett, before you get into EIW, we're gonna have to make a decision now. When we originally did the first one, we told people this thing could be 2 parts, it could even be 3. Look, dude, I allotted this thing for 2.5 hours, and we're 4 minutes from 2 hours in. So here's my idea, Jett. Why don't we stop right there with Precious, the fight, and EIW, and let's spend the last 30 minutes talking about what we started with, talking about your issues. Okay. With the promotions, and your words were you need to protect your character and your company. Your brand. Talk to me about what brought all of this on, and go on, let it out. Well, you done said the name, man. You done said it. So let's just talk.
I'm not scared of none of them motherfuckers. None of these motherfuckers scare me. They ain't fucking with me, bro. I'm gonna let you know that now. I'll let everybody know that. These guys.
Hold on a minute, Jett. Before you get started. Let's do these comments from these guys. I've been waiting. We got Blaze Ray was on here earlier. He may still be. He said, "What's up, fellas? Checking in, Blaze. Sorry it took so long to get to your comment, dude. I appreciate you watching. You know that, man. Anytime, dude. You know I got a slot open for you when you get ready. All right, look, Sleazy E commented, man. I got Sleazy E coming on in a week or two. It's always a blast on Buster Unmasked. Good stuff, fellas. Sleazy, we appreciate you tuning in and watching. Can't wait for the Phantom show. We're going to do this shit. And that got PK Ripper TV, which is Dad, man. He says Jet Hero 3. And yes, there's going to be Becoming Jet Hero Part 3.
And like we said, man, we didn't know how long it's going to go. I got some good stories. And there, you know, it's just my life. And that's what this is about. The becoming the hero isn't to shit on anybody. It's just to talk about what I went through to get to where I am and how I feel about wrestling today. You know what I'm saying?
Well, look,
it's not to shit on it. And I like I said, man, I love all these companies, bro. And I don't have no heat with any company except one. And everybody's pretty fucking spot on to who the fuck that is. And it ain't even really the company. It's the motherfucker booking the company.
Well, let me ask you this, Jett. You just made your debut on Bluff City, what, 4 weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago, your first match. Yesterday, I seen the show yesterday, man. Like the match. Fucking love I call it a roll up slingshot German suplex because of the way you did it, man. It was slick. It looked good. I really loved it.
Yeah, because he's a big guy, you know what I'm saying? Wasn't no reason for me to go in there and just straight German him, you know what I'm saying?
Well, here's the thing. Obviously, dude, there's some issues going on. Let's take this last 20, 25 minutes and let's clear this air, man. That way next time we can focus, which I'm sure by the time next time something else will probably be done come up, but let's lay it out here, dude.
I've been kind of laying low, man. That's why I haven't been on lives and shit because ultimately,
Because I told your ass to
I'm
say
not
that
gonna
shit
let
for the podcast.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna let nobody pull me into their negativity. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like if you come for me or my company, me and my dad's company, I will come full fucking force on you. You know what I'm saying? I'll let all shit out, and I don't give a shit. I'll let you light that bridge, and I'll fucking watch that motherfucker burn. You know what I'm saying?
Well, let me ask
So
you
this
something,
is where
Jett.
we're at.
Are you still a part of Bluff City?
Well, that's what I'm about to get to. That's what I'm about to get to.
Talk
All
to
right.
me, man.
So I went my first show there, first time, which I knew 90% of the guys that were there, you know, and
Right.
I worked some shows with them on different shows, and man, I went up there and I worked Justin Daniels the first show. Justin's, I guess, been in it a few years now, man, like 4 or 5-ish.
Right.
You know, he's good, man. His look's really good. I love everything about his look. And bro, I think he has hell potential if he's put in the right place at the right time. We went out there and I thought I put the kid over really good. Made him look good. I didn't shit on him. I didn't come to their company and fucking go out there and, you know, fucking shoot on this kid and fucking not give him anything. You know what I'm saying? I didn't do any of that shit. I went up there,
Right.
fucking have the match. I come back to the back. Johnny comes to me. He's like, man, I didn't know you could fucking work like that, man. He's like, damn. He's like, you good, kid. He's like, I got some things I want to do with you, man. He was like, I want you to stick around. And, you know, and at this time, the only reason I went and worked Bluff City, man, is actually Johnny reached out to us. And he was like, he's like, I'd like to have you guys down. He was like, I want to do something in some of these areas, blah blah blah, and I like for you guys to be kind of like a part of what I'm trying to do. And I'm like, you know, I'm like my dad, and you know, I was like, you know, we just went through this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
With the whole Johnny and Bundy and them trying to snake shit out from up under me and trying to fuck me off and shit. I told my dad, I was like, I can't trust nobody. You know what I'm saying? Not at this point. This shit just happened. You know what I'm saying? And now I have another wrestler that runs another promotion telling me some of the same things that they were saying, you know what I'm saying, but in a different way, you know. And I told my dad, I said, man, I was like, you know what? I was like, fuck it, let's take this chance. I was like, we'll never let nobody get as close as we did with Johnny and Bundy and them. Nobody
Right.
had any control in PKAW. I was like, but let's go see what he has to say. You know what I'm saying? So he booked me. I fucking went down there. I worked with the kid. Match went over really fucking smooth. No hiccups. Fucking
I seen the match, man. It was a good match,
it was
dude.
a clean fucking match, bro. No hiccups. Fucking perfect for TV. Didn't go long. Didn't fucking hesitate. Didn't fucking, man, all around. They can say whatever the fuck they want to say. Me and the kid went out there and did our thing. All right, so he comes to me. He's like, man, I love it. Da-da-da. You know, maybe just stroking my ego or just, you know, telling me what I want to hear for me to come back. You know what I'm saying? Because he knows that I'm doing PKAW and what I'm trying to do with PKAW. And I'm not saying that I'm the face of PKAW, but I will be one of the guys out of the 5 guys that I'm lining up to be who carries the company. You know what I'm saying? Because guess what? I can fucking rely on myself. You know what I'm saying?
Here's the thing. Johnny has to understand that because he's somewhat in the same boat, man.
And you know, and it was cool. And he understood that. You know, I come down there and I worked the show for him. You know what I'm saying? Worked the show. They didn't put me on the flyer. They didn't advertise me being there. They never fucking mentioned me. He goes live. He never fucking mentions me. It's cool. You don't have to put me over because I could get myself over. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to tell you, and this is fucking facts. I went down there and I got so much heat off of their fucking crowd being my first time. I think it fucking scared them that their biggest heel isn't as good as Jett Hero as a heel. Right? So I'm not, like I said, I'm not gonna fucking say this because I'm cocky, but this is how it's playing out. And when everything lines up like this, I've been around too long not to know that this is how it's going. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I come in the next show, right, which was this past show or whatever. I'm sitting there, fucking about to get ready, and I don't know what's going on or anything. All of a sudden, guy comes to me and he's like, "Hey, you're going to work with me. We're going to take on Vicious Hyde." And I'm like, "Hey, man, I think there was some confusion." He was like, "What do you mean?" I was like, I don't know if something got confused, but me as Jett Hero, I have a tag team partner. I don't tag with nobody. I have another gimmick that I would run under a tag team with you. You know what I'm saying? And he says, "Do what?" And I'm gonna blast his name in just a minute. He's like, "What the fuck you say?" He's like, you're not." I was like, "No, I'm not. Jett Hero isn't a filler. Just what it is." And he was like, "Oh, okay. We'll see what Johnny has to say about it." I was like, "Okay, we will." You know what I'm saying? These guys ain't even paying me, bro. Like, the fuck y'all think y'all? Who the fuck do y'all think y'all are? You know what I'm saying? Why I say this is because I'm about to say what this motherfucker came and said. All right, so he goes and he tattletales on me. He goes and he runs to Johnny. Jett's not gonna do that. He said that he's not that something was. I don't know exactly what he said because I didn't fucking follow him like a puppy. I'm sitting here talking to Kilo, and Kilo could back me up on all this shit. So I look at Kilo and I'm like, man, do they not understand that I'm trying to push Jett Hero in a certain way? I'm not gonna tarnish that to put over their show. You know what I'm saying? I'll come work your show. I'll come put over your show. I even advertise your show because I advertised their show for me to be there, but they didn't fucking advertise me.
Right.
So I'm like, no way. No problem. You know what I'm saying? No problem. I'll put the show over. I'm there, da-di-da. They don't have to mention me, whatever. Stroke each other's egos. I don't give a fuck. So I'm there. He goes tattletales. And Johnny comes back. And he's like, "Jett, what's the problem?" I was like, "There isn't a problem. I told you that, I'll come work as Jett Hero like this, just like this. And if you want to do something else with me and want me to work a tag or something, I got another gimmick I'll do." And he's like, "Hey," and he gets a phone call. He's like, hold on. He fucking jumps on the phone, man. He fucking goes out there. Somebody's stuck in the mud. Some shit. I don't know. He comes, I guess he gets off the phone. He does what he does. He's done circled the building. This motherfucker, bro, comes through the goddamn curtains. Boom. He's like, "I don't give a fuck who y'all think y'all are." And now, mind you, the crowd's already here.
Right.
We're only behind your fucking curtain, bro. You know what I'm saying? And he's fucking screaming at the top of his lungs. And this is fucking Johnny Dodson. "I don't give a fuck who you think you are. Y'all motherfuckers ain't gonna come in here." And about that time, the Michael Elgin dude was there. Michael Elgin like steps up and he's like, hey. And he like stops Johnny from, continuing on to scream and cuss and shit. Right. And Johnny's like, "Yeah, you handle it, man. You handle it." So Michael Elgin, mad respect to him for everything that he's done. I don't discredit him whatsoever, right? But he's like, "Look, guys, when you come and you work for a company, I've been put in positions in a company where I did things that I didn't want to have to do, and sometimes you got to do those things. You have to do those things as a wrestler You have to do those things.
Dude, I've been there, man.
I look and legit as he's saying this, I look at Kilo and I say, oh, this shit that he's talking about must be about me. And about that time, I guess Michael heard me say it, and he was like, well, he don't give a fuck what I have to say. Why am I speaking? And he like turns around and like walks away. And you know, and like I said, man, no disrespect to Michael whatsoever. And then Johnny comes back in. Johnny comes over. He's like, so everything cool, everything okay? And I was like, I guess not. I was like, all that shit that y'all just fucking did, everything he's saying. And by then, I done rose my voice. Everybody's done stopped to look at what's going on, all the boys, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, y'all caused that whole scene and said all that shit. I was like, all this shit's about me. And he was like, no, man, no, it's not like that. He was like, I just don't care that if anybody that's coming in here only has 30, 40 people watching them, that doesn't fucking matter. You do what the promoter says. And I said, and I look at Kilo and I was like, and I'm like, Kilo, and you know, Kilo knows me very well because when I fucking hit Randy, Kilo, Chico, Devon Day, and my dad were the only ones that were keeping all of the other guys from jumping on me that night. You know what I'm saying? I just busted the promoter in the mouth. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
These guys, you know, Kilo's been around me for a long time. He's seen me grow up in this motherfucker, you know, and he kind of knows where I'm at now with it. And I was like, so is that what you think? Johnny's like, what? I was like, so you think that I'm just some motherfucker that has 20, 30 people watching him? Is that what you fucking think? I was like, you think that I only have 20, 30 fucking people watching me, bro? This dude only has 20 fucking people in his crowd. And you come back here and tell me that I'm just a fucking wrestler that has 20, 30 people watching me? I said, bro, I was like, you don't know my fucking platforms. You don't know what I'm doing, how I'm carrying my brand. I was like, you don't give a fuck about my brand. It's about your brand overall. So I don't have 20, 30 people watching me. You add my tattoo station platform that I'm associated with. You add the slide and ride following that I'm associated with. You add all my followings and all my accounts, bro. I'm pushing 30,000 fucking followers. 30,000. And you've been running a fucking year calling yourself the fucking Kane superstar. You fucking stole two other wrestlers' fucking gimmicks to try to put you over. Motherfucker, you can't be real right now. You know what I'm saying? And he's like, it's not like this. It's not like that. And their tone changed when I said, I'm not just somebody that has 20, 30 people watching me. I had 20, 30, 40,000 followers on all my platforms that I post all my shit to. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, you got to consider all that. You can't just consider me as just a filler guy for your fucking show. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not just that dude working TIWF or that dude just working Premier Pro or EIW or P, you know what I'm saying? Or fucking Boonville or OWO or whatever. I'm not just that fucking local guy that you fucking did, man. I have too much shit going on and too much on my plate for you to tell me how I should run my career. Even though it's your business, I came in to do a job as Jett Hero. You didn't book me to be what the fuck you want me to be. You booked me as the fucking wrestler Jett Hero. So
Well, look,
fucking respect me. Show me some respect. 18 fucking years. Show me the respect and say, hey, you know what? You're right. You know what I'm saying? You know, maybe I took it out of proportion, and I shouldn't have said that shit, and I shouldn't have said that. They did it. He said, "Man, hold on, come over here. Let me talk to you over here." And the guy that went and tattletaled on me was Precious. He went and tattletales on me, and so him and the Kane comes over here, and they pull me to the corner, and they're like, "Man," and I'm like, "Look, man, I don't mind doing anything, but y'all gonna motherfucker have to make it make sense." I was like, "Why was I out here as a heel last week, and you're gonna take me out there and want me to be a baby?" Look, man, there's got to be a level of respect in this shit, and you got to respect me and what I'm doing with my career to utilize me the best way in your promotion, not just try to shit on me. You know what I'm saying? So,
well, here's the thing. Anyway, that match was pretty much heel versus heel because when Precious debuted, when Martin Luther debuted, I took him as a heel.
He was. He is.
That's what I thought he was. I thought he was a full-blown heel.
So make this make sense. You know what I'm saying? That's all I asked. And these motherfuckers made a big deal about it. Had Michael fucking do some shit. Look, man. And like I said, I ain't fucking shitting on Michael. But Michael asked to come work my show. Don't fucking try to sick somebody that's been in the business longer than me on me. You know what I'm saying? Because that dude tried to work my show. I didn't hit that dude up. That dude hit me up to work PKAW, which he is a phenomenal wrestler. He's really good.
Definitely, look, I don't know the guy personally at all, but he is one of the very best fucking wrestlers ever in the world.
And look, and he didn't know the situation either. You know what I'm saying? That dude didn't know who I was. He probably still don't know who I was. He probably thought I was just some fucking kid in the back locker room that said no to the promoter. You know what I'm saying? But he probably didn't know that I own PKAW and I have and when I post shit and I'm pushing PKAW and the Hud City Luchador and I'm trying to go this way with it, my credibility can't be broken because your fucking promotion wants me to do this. And
you actually ended up doing the match. So take us to that. How did y'all go from the issues to you actually going out and doing the match?
All this shit was a little heated. So they pulled me away from everybody once I hit them with the, "I'm not just your fucking dude that has 20, 30 fucking people watching me," which that is a shit on every other wrestler that has that following right now. Now, mind you, I've been working my social media for the past 3-4 years since I've touched the tattoo station. I work there, so automatically them being my sponsor and me working there, them and my following I already had, I'm touching almost 15,000. You know what I'm saying? And I get to utilize them. You know what I'm saying? I get to utilize all my platforms, man. The Slide and Ride Rodeo, thank them guys for fucking having us because them guys have 19,000 followers. So add up the math, man. My 5,000 to 6,000 that I have on just my personal, the 13,000 that's on the tattoo station, the fucking 19,000 followers at the Slide and Ride. So yeah, man, I can't damage my brand and me as a wrestler to just fulfill your spot. You need to utilize me in the best way. I'm not a filler wrestler, you know. So he pulls me to the side. He says, "Man, what's going on?" I was like, "Make it make sense. Tell me what the fuck's going on." I was like, "You had me as a heel last week." I was like, "Now you want me to be a baby." And this motherfucker says, and I seen his comment. He said, "You never said anything like that to me, bro. I'll say it to your fucking face right now. You ain't gonna try to fucking bully me like you trying to do all these other promotions. I'm telling it straight for fucking facts. I told you that I'm not some fucking kid that has 20, 30 fucking people watching him. I have 20, 30,000 fucking followers, bro. I told you that to your face. Ask Kilo, ask the fucking boys in the back. I ain't got shit to hide. Bottom fucking line. Bottom line. So they pull me to the side. Like, get away from everybody so they can't hear the fucking conversation. So when I say this shit, don't nobody know what's going on. So Okay. So he doesn't see that. That's how he doesn't even know me. I speak fluent cussing. So no matter what I'm saying right here, because I'm in the heat of the moment, I might put a fucking in there because that's my go-to word. You know what I'm saying? When everybody else is like, or they kicked me out of the show, because I did something on Facebook. That's not me. I'll put a fucking in there to carry out my sentence, you know? So no, I didn't say I'm fucking, but I'm telling you right now that I told you that I was not some guy that had 20, 30 followers. I had 30 to 40,000 followers. No matter if there was a cuss word in there or not, I fucking told you that shit to your fucking face, to Precious's face, while y'all were standing there. Ask Kilo. It ain't no fucking secret. They pull me to the side. They're like, "Hey, bro, what's the problem? What's the problem?" And I was like, "Look, man." Look, man, just make it make sense for me, man. I was like, because I was this last week. I got over super good. You know what I'm saying? As a heel, I got over, and I was like, just make it make sense to me. You know what I'm saying? They're laying it out, and he's like, look, he was like, you know, I'm not going to tell behind the scenes deal of what they got going on because I want to keep it professional. He's like, this, and this. He's like, I need you to be baby. That's what it is. What it all boiled down to. I'm not going to talk about what was said or what was happening and shit because some things got to still be kayfabe. So it ultimately boiled down to, I don't have a good baby. And that was his fucking words. I don't have a strong baby. And I know you can be a strong baby. That was his words. I said, cool. I was like, okay, I can work with that. You know what I'm saying? I could work with that. You know what I'm saying? I could be baby or I could be heel. Most of my career was baby. You know what I'm saying? So I can rock both of them. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, tell me what the deal is and let's see what we can come up with. So Precious runs down what he wants to do, what he's feeling, how he's feeling about it, and I was like, fuck it. I was like, you made it make sense. That's all I asked. You know what I'm saying? And I told him, I was like, I'm not going to be tied up in being a partner with anybody. And that goes for any promotion that wants to book Jett Hero. I won't be partners with nobody. I'm just doing it. You know what I'm saying? And
he says, but your demeanor was pleasant and professional. It's not how you are presenting it now, basically.
Oh, okay. Well, I present it real and raw. I talk like this. Anybody that knows me, this is how I talk. I don't leave and I don't hide shit. He said, I was like, tell me the deal. We got it all worked out. I was like, fuck it. Sounds like a good, solid fucking plan. You know what I'm saying? We can make this work. You know what I'm saying? So we go out there, heel versus heel. The end of the match, motherfucker turns on me, beats me down in the fucking ring. You know what I'm saying? And beats me down in the fucking ring. And at that moment, when I slid out the ring, the crowd knew that I was being a baby, that I was going to be a baby. When I first walked out there with their heel, what'd you call him? Martin Luther or whatever. That's what he's going by now. When we walked out there, and this is fucking facts, when we walked out there, didn't nobody boo him. You know who they fucking booed? This guy.
Well,
you know who they were screaming shut up to? This guy.
They didn't know who the fuck he was. I'll be honest with you, dude. I've told you this with your gimmick, Jett Hero. I don't know why you wasn't a baby face from the first time they put you on TV. Here's the thing. I would have never put you in a match right off the bat. I'd have had some heel out there doing dirty shit and had you pop in the ring and right the wrongs. And I'd have had you do that several times, maybe 3 or 4 weeks before you ever got into an actual match, because Jett Hero, like I told you, I see the Jett Hero as
and he's
wrestling.
marketable. He's
Wrestling
super
needs
marketable.
pro wrestling needs a savior right now. You could be that guy, almost like Spider-Man. You're out here righting the wrongs.
And
so
that
I fully believe that you should have been babyface from the get-go, dude.
And you know, and that could have been something that we fucking could have worked. You know what I'm saying? The thing is that, you know, when I told him that, you know, I told him, I was like, well, you know, I want to carry my brand this way. And he keeps saying shit. Look, man, look, bro, you can keep saying what you want to say, motherfucker. I done proved my point. I motherfuckers already know who I am. You know what I'm saying? If you around me daily, you know I'm a real motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And you know, fucking 10 years ago, I split that motherfucker's head open and not gave 2 fucks about it. Ask people. Ask them.
Goddamn,
you know what
man.
I'm saying? Like, when he would have came in that fucking room screaming, "Who the fuck do you think you are?" I would have split that motherfucker right there. 10 years ago, I would have split them. Ask Montley, ask Kilo, ask fucking Randy, ask everybody, bro. I would have split that motherfucker 10 years ago. Him coming in there screaming like that.
So let's say it's safe to say Jett Hero not gonna be back at Glove City, right?
And I got some messages. You know what I'm saying? I got some messages. So after the match went over well. Boom. The crowd instantly knew that I was turning, baby. I got a couple of handshakes out the crowd when I fucking left out. Everything was cool. He said, "Hey man, you and him's gonna have great matches. We're gonna put y'all together. We're gonna fucking run an angle. You're gonna be our fucking top baby. Dotty 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 dot." And then today happens. Today he says, he sends me a message without any explanation. He says, We're going a different route. Worry about your promotion." And he deletes me from the roster group without any explanation, right?
Dude, I hate them fucking chats anyway. Anytime anybody puts me in one, I delete myself from it.
Well, I mean, no, he personally sent me that message. Said we were going a different route. He didn't say that shit in the group chat. He said, he texted me personally. He said, "We're going a different route. You worry about your promotion." That was it. No explanation. I put the laughing face and the okay, bro. Because guess what? Jett's going to do what Jett wants to do, and he's going to fucking work his promotion. And his promotion is going to outgrow your promotion. And I had no ill wills when I left that show of not coming back or anything. I was going to come work another show, even though this motherfucker just disrespected the fuck out of me and said that shit, caused a big scene in front of everybody when all they had to do was come talk to me. And they didn't want to do that. They just wanted to do some weird ass shit. And this is where I'm at with it. He said, "Yes, I like to avoid conflict. Absolutely. I don't want to focus on your promotion. I wish you the best." Bro, I'm focused on my promotion. Look, my shares on my flyer got 61 fucking shares, bro. You focus on your promotion. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I ask these guys how many flyers they got up for the next show that's coming in 3 weeks before my show. I guarantee you go hit the town of Jackson, Jett done put up over 20 fucking posters in my city, and I got a whole month. Your shows before me, these motherfuckers don't even put out posters. So don't tell me I need to worry about my promotion. You need to worry about your promotion. You know what I'm saying? Look, and I didn't want this to be any kind of like negativity shit, but what he's saying about I'm smart for not bro, I am smart. That's the whole reason why I said you can't fuck over my brand, and I'm not gonna be your fucking filler. That they don't like that shit. But you know, they're not, their best interest is their fucking promotion. They don't give a fuck about any of these wrestlers. You go work Bluff City and you fucking get your ass handed to you and they shit on you and they shit on you and they shit on you. You cannot come work PKAW. Just business. You know what I'm saying? So for any wrestler that goes works Bluff City Wrestling, make sure you protect yourself and your brand at all costs, because none of these promotions give a fuck about any of you guys. That's why they don't pay you, because anybody respectable would fucking pay you. So if they don't even offer you money, you know what I'm saying? That shows a fucking lot right there. You know
Dude,
what I'm
man,
saying?
here's the thing.
Tell-
I hate that it went down this way, because I'll be honest with you,
and
since the
had
minute
no
I
ill
knew,
will, you know what I'm
since the
saying?
minute I knew that you were going to Bluff City, I was hoping that you guys were going to be able to work together and help
what?
each other's shows, man. I had high hopes for this
I think what really
this
got
thing.
him, man, is that they keep, man, I hate a procrastinating motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, you keep talking about what you're gonna do and what you're gonna do, but you don't never fucking deliver it, bro. Like, don't talk about it. Making all these fucking Facebook posts, every promotion that he gets into it with, he runs to Facebook talking about, I'm gonna come run in your city. I'm gonna come do this, and I'm the king, bro. Like, shit, that shit get no, bro. Like, stop using the king shit. Stop using fucking Bill Dundee shit. Get your own shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm Jett Hero. I grew Jett Hero to who he is now. This dude rips off 2 other fucking known wrestlers to create his fucking name. I don't give a fuck if they gave him the blessing or not. You're using somebody else's shit. You know what I'm saying? And you know, they're weird, bro. They're weird. The whole thing that they're fucking saying, bro, and man, I'm gonna tell you, I don't play politics shit. You know what I'm saying? And I want to allow that to be brought into my fucking show. I don't want to speak on none of the shit that he's been saying here recently, but when you shit on somebody like me that could have helped you grow your production, help you grow your social media, and you shit on me, bro, like, you just now broke 6,000 followers, bro. I mean, 6,000 views on one show. Look, if you look at the shows, their views didn't pick up until Jett Hero was on them shows. So you say what you want to say. I brought numbers. None of your other guys brought numbers. None of the ones that claim to be Memphis wrestlers, you know what I'm saying? None of them bring numbers, you know what I'm saying? And it's just facts, bro. I'm not saying that I'm the reason why they have 6,000 views, but it's really fucking weird if he's claiming that he didn't buy none of them views. It's really weird that when Jett Hero came on and Jett Hero started posting that I was going to be on Bluff City and this, your numbers went up. And numbers don't lie, my boy. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, and I think that makes them scared that I haven't been running PKAW long enough and I have better numbers than them and I don't have no video footage out. That scares promotions, bro, because I felt like he wanted to tell me what he wanted to tell me to get me there, so I would try to be in cahoots with him. He was like, we're gonna do this, and we're gonna get with promotions and try to link and do territory shit, bro. I said that 5-6 months ago. You know what I'm saying? When we had our first fucking podcast for the PKAW thing, right. I said my intentions were to not work everybody's show. That way I'm marketable. You know what I'm saying? Then he goes online like a couple weeks ago and says that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're saying everything Jett Hero already said fucking 5-6 months ago in another podcast, bro. You went and watched my podcast, goes online and says, why you can't see the king at anybody else's because I'm marketable and I'm going to stick. And bro, I done already said that shit months ago. I already done said that I wanted PKAW to link with a couple other promotions to make this a little territorial thing. I've already said all this. So he's running in my shoes 10 steps behind me. You know what I'm saying? So he gets on the thing and he's like, we're going to start bringing in promotions to collab with us, bring back the territory things. And we're going to make them pay us to be on the Roku and the Genesis and the Fire Sticks and the daddy. what? I'm already on all that shit, bro. How you gonna try to sell me on the shit that I'm already on? You know what I'm saying? And shout out to fucking John Seymour for getting us the link with Genesis TV, bro. I mean, if ain't nobody been paying attention, our shit's been being aired on fucking Genesis TV.
Right, I've seen it,
John
dude.
keeps us. Look, man, and this is a special shout out to John and Angie, bro. They do a fucking lot for PKAW. I might have made that design, but that whole fucking tornado, fire, whirl, all that whole swirl deal, man, John and Angie makes all that shit for me. We got a commercial coming out. I'm 2 shows in. I got a commercial that is going to be aired multiple times. I'm not buying no sponsorship. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that. Well, I mean, you did say the Fire Stick and the other one, and it's only a matter of time before he tries to say, well, Genesis TV too. We all know where you're going, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're
Well, look, Hero, we got to wrap this thing down, but I got a good idea since Johnny's still on here and you're on here. Look, you've already said a couple months ago that you're looking for, you wouldn't mind having an MMA fight this year.
Yeah. Straight up. Johnny does not want to fucking fight me, bro.
Hey, look, I'm going to play on T right here. Why don't we
straight up right now? I know Ryan Collins, and he runs Hub City MMA here in Jackson, Tennessee, and that motherfucker will not come fucking fight me, bro. And I guarantee you that. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna put that out there, and we're gonna put the nip in the bud on that. That motherfucker can bully everybody else, and he can say, well, he's had unfair treatment, bro. You have everything everybody else has. Just do it better than what you're doing. Stop fucking being a crybaby and fucking worry about your fucking show, bro. That's the bottom line. Jett Hero is gonna worry about Jett Hero, his brand, his following, PKAW. Bottom line, it's that over everybody, because like I said, eventually I'm gonna create the stable 5 to 6 guys that are strictly for PKAW, that puts it in for PKAW. And you know what I'm saying? Look, I'm gonna tell you right now, if y'all think that PKAW is only staying in the bar, see what I do next month, and we're gonna leave it there.
It is.
We're gonna leave it there. Next month. Wait.
Let me get my calendar out, because we got the PKAW show coming up before the next show.
Yeah, I tell you what, on the PKAW event, the PKAW podcast, y'all tune into it. I'm gonna let everybody know where the fuck we're gonna be in March.
Hey, that's February 27th.
Yep.
It's on a Tuesday night. It's on a Tuesday night.
By then, I'll have everything locked in. We're gonna drop the next location for PKAW, where we're gonna be. It's gonna be an all-A show. It will be on a weekend. Y'all about to really fucking see. You know what I'm saying?
Heard it there from the horse's mouth, y'all.
Guarantee you, I'm going to have more than Bluff City head in their crowd. That's a guarantee. So take that shit to the bank. Worry about Bluff City. Don't worry about Jett Hero. Jett Hero ain't worried about you. I'm about to show these promotions how to run a show on the weekend, all-A show, and pack that motherfucker out, bro. I set goals, and I try to accomplish them, and that's where we're at, bro.
All right, y'all, look, that's Becoming Jett Hero Part 2. There will be a Part 3, so we can finish this thing out.
Straight up.
Look, dude, we got the February 27th PKAW show. We got Steel Cross going to be on with us on that show.
Yes, sir.
So I say we shoot for the conclusion of Becoming Jett Ripper in March sometime, and I'll get with you on the date, dude.
For sure. Yep.
Jett, always my pleasure. Always a fucking fun time. I appreciate you coming on here. I appreciate you laying your heart out on the line and saying what you got to say, dude.
That's all I got, bro. I don't come from money. I didn't come from shit. All I had was love and being a real motherfucker. My parents, all they had to give me was being real to me and loving me. And that's how I fucking do things, bro. I stand on my word. And if you fucking know me personally, then you know that deep down, I'm a fucking genuine guy that will help any promotion as long as you ain't trying to tarnish mine. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You can't fucking downgrade and down me to help your promotion when I'm helping to promote your promotion. They don't even help promote me. You know what I'm saying? So,
all right. All
It's
right,
weird.
Jett.
All
Look,
right,
my brother, you have a great night, and we'll be back on February 27th at 7 p.m.
Yes, sir.
And by then, we'll have a date set up, and we'll let everybody know
Yes,
when
sir.
the Becoming Jett Hero Part 3 comes out.
Yep.
You have a great night, my friend.
Yes, sir. You too.
All right, guys, you heard it right there. Becoming Jett Hero Part 2. We told you from the get-go it might take us 2 or 3 to get it done. It looks like it's going to take 3. A lot been said on this show, man. A lot of heat. I didn't expect some of that. I'll be honest with you. I had high hopes for Jett Hero and Bluff City Wrestling, man. I really did. I was hoping for something special would come out of it, but it is what it is. Look, guys, Tuesday night, Buster Unmasked is back, 7 p.m. I'm back with the TriStar Wrestling guys. I got the owner, Big Mike Jablonski's going to be with me. I got the ring announcer extraordinaire, Pat Dooley, and the new era, Tavon Jordan's going to be with us also. And look, Wednesday night, 7 p.m., Buster Unmasked is back with authentic Ray Ivy. This is one you do not want to miss. This is going to be a good show. He's a second-generation wrestler. He's got over 20 years experience in this business. It's one I'm really looking forward to. And Thursday night, we're back Thursday. Buster Unmasked, 7 p.m. We got teacher, artist, and professional ring announcer Alan Pounds. Look, we're going to talk about his teaching career. We're going to talk about his career in the wrestling business, and we're going to talk a lot about his art. He's a talented artist. We're going to show some of his art off. You're going to love this show, guys. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, 7 p.m. each night. Do not miss it. Y'all come and join us. Look, I appreciate every single body who interacted with us, who watched this show. Thank you so much, and we'll be back Tuesday night. If you're looking for a pro wrestling podcast with me, Buster Unmasked is the only podcast for you, where real pro wrestlers talk real pro wrestling and no bullshit allowed.